Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Thursday night, so we are live and we are bringing you the next episode of our favorite podcast. That's right, it should be your favorite podcast too. Let's Rumble is here. We are live. As always, I am KJ White every night on the Iron Man schedule. I am joined by the wonderful Big Nick and the crazy, the brand, the myth, the legend, Mr. CJ Brand, and Bubbles Johnson in the bottom corner. How y'all doing?
I'm great.
Fuck
I'm
it,
great,
folks.
man.
We are
Just
going to get some
peachy.
energy. Stay tuned. Let's go. And we're live. Well, let's try this again, boys. Nick, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
How about you, CJ?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
There we
I'm
go.
ready, man. We
And
got a lot
Will?
of stories coming out, man.
I'm feeling
I'm-
graduated.
Congratulations, my guy. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah, big shout out, everyone.
Yes, golf
Give
clap.
some love in that chat for our boy Will. Yeah, man, big day.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm tired, but hey, it's rumbling time. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. I'm ready.
That's it. So, those
Let's
who
get
haven't
it,
been here-
man.
There we go. We're getting there. Those who haven't been here before, essentially what we do here at Let's Rumble is we walk through the hot topics in wrestling of all the brands of what's going on. We do peek in at the fans every once in a while and see what you guys are saying as well. And the boys here, we just shoot the shit like you would with your friends, and we go back and forth. Sometimes it's nice and playful. Sometimes we agree. Sometimes we rumble. So, with that being said, before we get to the topic,
Sometimes we rumble.
sometimes we rumble. We will let everyone know. Impact fans, I know sometimes we do those Impact live streams, but we are here as we go along. If it comes on, we might let you know what's up. But that being said, if you are an Impact Wrestling fan, tomorrow, July 1st, we're doing Triple Header Friday, and we will be here with Against All Odds. So stay tuned, stay updated. We'll let you know if anything big happens while we're here. And other than that, thank you for tuning in. Friday tomorrow, folks.
Yeah, exactly. There's the Against All Odds, there's SmackDown, and then we got Rampage, Rumble, Wrangle, whatever. Pretty much Royal Rumble Rampage. There you go. Triple R.
Royal
No,
Rumble
it's World
Rampage.
War, WCW.
World War. I like it.
World
We're going
War.
back old school.
Wow, man, this is gonna be crazy, man. I don't know how the hell y'all about to do a triple hitter tomorrow, but I ain't doing it.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
can't
I'll,
even be
I'll,
here.
No, we
I'll
were
watch-
just talking before, me and KJ, about like who's gonna have what stream going. Oh, I might have that stream and that stream
Oh,
going.
man. Man, you need
I'll
like
watch
3.
SmackDown. I'll sit through the promo packages. Don't worry. Like the Mania triple header. That was
That's all I'm gonna say,
Terrible.
man. Salute to you.
Listen, yeah.
Woo.
I mean, after you do a couple 12-hour streams, everything seems pretty short after that. Except
That
Monday
is
Night
true.
Raw. That shit feels long as fuck. I would do another
Yes.
WrestleMania marathon over, if I could get out of doing a weekly Raw, I'd trade it off.
I will too. I ain't gonna lie. I will too, because I'm tired of watching Monday Night Raw. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy that I get a break on July the 4th. I promise you I'm not gonna be here. Screw that.
Yeah, it's a Canadian crew on that night, I think.
That's the
Yes.
roaring round of support
Yeah.
for
Yes.
WWE's, main roster and top creative and everything. Of I do not want to watch Raw one bit.
At all. At all.
It,
But
it gets
yeah.
tough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, speaking of wanting to watch, today, social media star boxer and former controversial
Hold on,
man.
boxer.
He was
Oh,
he went,
Boxer?
no. He had
Uh-oh.
some boxing matches. Don't.
Hell no.
No.
You need to
Yeah.
say social media influencer, Disney chart star. I mean, Disney. Damn,
Jake Paul
Disney
was the
Channel
Disney star,
star.
man. Jake was.
Ah, man, they both look the same. Screw 'em, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
But
out of here,
anyways,
Oh man.
Logan Paul has signed with WWE. CJ, I'll start off with you. What do you think about this?
Hey, you ain't gotta think. Hey, man, I'm happy about it just for the simple fact. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Is it really a contract with the WWE or is it a contract for a SummerSlam match?
They didn't say.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta
didn't
think of it like
say.
that.
Yeah.
So, but he did like a little clip, and he said, "I signed a WWE contract. I'm not here to be partners with the Miz. I'm here to fight you, Miz, at SummerSlam." So it's kind of feel like he just signed like a contract just to fight at the match. That was it. I couldn't imagine WWE signing him. Dude has like he got 4 million subscribers on YouTube, 23.5 million on his channels.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really think he's gonna sign and get rid of that?
No. Like I bet he's got like a ton of businesses going on and a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Like no,
Yeah,
he can't
I
dedicate
think-
his full time to WWE.
I think it's very much like the Pat McAfee kind of deal. I mean, granted, Pat's kind of there every Friday,
True.
but I think Logan can do a bit more in the ring. So I think it's kind of going to be that kind of deal. Granted, I am not a fan of either Paul brother. And like how you were saying before, they're not boxers. Every boxing match they had was an exhibition. It was not an actual legitimate boxing match.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be, like, to TJ's point, it'll be like that kind of Pat McAfee deal. If Pat can still have his show, at times he does kind of the WWE stuff, but he still gets to do his stuff as well.
Yeah. But God knows how long it's gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That this is where they're gonna fuck up, and they've already started to make the mistake already, right out of the gate. You're watching them step in their own fucking toes as usual. Because Logan Paul and his brother, because I think they should sign his brother based on what I saw at WrestleMania.
No.
This guy's standing on the stage picking fights with fans pre-show. Like he's just supposed to come by like every other celebrity and be like, I like wrestling. No, this guy's standing there picking fights with crowd members.
Yeah, imagine if you had the other Paul brother as his mouthpiece.
Yeah, that
would be amazing.
You have them as a tag team.
Well, maybe not tag team, but at least a mouthpiece. He would be amazing.
Jake is pretty fit for sports entertainment. He's trying to be like the celebrity boxing Conor McGregor of calling everybody out. He's actually even called out Conor McGregor. Because I mean, shit, Logan boxed Floyd Mayweather. So
yeah,
they get the whole entertainment side of it and with all their social media backstory.
And in a business that's struggling for fans, they know how to fucking sell. They know how to get you hyped about everything. Everything they do, people are getting jazzed about. Their fans are like, I'm going to the store to get grapes. They're like, like they're just fucking. It doesn't matter what they do. Their fans are nuts. So it's a whole bunch of eyes at a time where you need eyes. So for me, at least you're trying something. He showed that he can kind of go in the ring. It wasn't awful.
Well, how many Logan Paul fans come from his channel to watch WWE? Like, how many of them come to watch Monday Night Raw?
Well, you hope they do, though, right? And especially
absolutely. But I'm saying that'll be the interesting thing to see of how much carryover from what he already was putting out carries over into WWE.
Yeah, that's very true. I think that it will. I'm just curious, man. I want going back to what I was saying. Also, him signing the contract. Maybe he's on like a 6-month deal. Getting the SummerSlam to WrestleMania. Maybe we'll see him, fight Miz here. They'll fight again at WrestleMania. That'll be the end of the thing.
No.
But who else can you see Logan Paul in the WWE really fighting? I mean, like, who else can he push up? I mean, he can fight Riddle.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph's a good choice just because Dolph will carry him.
I don't know, man. I think that's just one of the things where it's just like you just gotta wait and see what actually happens between them because it's gonna be crazy as hell.
Yeah, but here's the problem I have with it. To me, the Paul brothers in real life are natural heels.
Yeah.
They got douchebaggery written all over their face. They can't help it. They're cocky, they're arrogant, they're brash, they're bold. They think they back it up. Some say they do, some say they don't. But at the end of the day, man, like they just generate so much heat naturally.
Yeah.
And you put it against the Miz. The Miz is like the pinnacle of the WWE heel forever now. Well, how does that play out?
Could it be that he wants to be the baby face? Could it be kind of one of those Cody Rhodes type things of he wants to be portrayed as the baby face?
Why?
Even though everybody wants to boo the ever-loving bejesus out of him?
Yeah.
Yes, I want people to love me.
It seems
This
like
is gonna be bad.
It's
It's gonna be
fired again.
bad for both.
I
It's
don't
gonna be
know.
bad for both the Miz and Logan. Miz is a heel. He's a great heel, and I hope this doesn't cause like a face change for the Miz because it's gonna be crap. But
yeah.
I feel like that Jake would fit in it sometime, but it all depends. It really depends.
Man, if the Paul brothers came out next week against anybody, you pick it. I don't care if it's Ricochet,
Ray and Dominic.
Yeah, Ray Dominic. Which I'm so sick of people fighting Ray Dominic. So no.
Yeah, but it'll most likely happen.
Right, but somebody that babyface stature, and if they come out and just be the pricks that they are and start telling the fans how shit they are and how they beat every single one of them up, it writes itself. No effort needed. You don't have to fuck this up. The best part would be if they changed their names.
Why?
It'd be the funniest shit.
No, they won't change their names because I mean
that's
they're
their
social
brand.
media influencers. That's what they going. That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to be signed to WWE as well. He's not going to be signed because I don't even know why we bring up Jake Paul. Jake Paul is never going to sign with the WWE. I can promise you that. He may make a couple like superstar
Money, buddy.
Like
things.
some pre-show.
It ain't worth it
instances,
though. Think
or the
about
bump.
it.
Yeah.
If I can make $15 million per fight, why would I sign with WWE and make $4 million a year?
But you can do it as a side hustle and still get that money. And
Yeah,
still
here's
make
my-
both.
But you can't be a boxer and a wrestler at the same time. Tyson Fury, they even said his manager said that Tyson.
What
if you
happened
become
to
a-
they
if
weren't
you-
boxers?
Who said they weren't boxers? Oh, I
You
said
said
that
they
shit.
weren't boxers. Yeah.
Because they're not. They're not boxers though.
But
But
you
they're
were
in.
like, how can you be a boxer and be a WWE?
Who has Jake Paul fought that was actually a true boxer?
Well, Tyrone Woodley, but he was mainly
Tyrone
MMA,
Woodley is
so,
MMA.
Yeah.
Right. So he hasn't fought
So
anybody.
nobody. Yeah. Nobody.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. He's not a boxer, but
Right.
he is
So
in
then
the
he can
sports
do it
of
as a side
doing
hustle.
that. It won't work like that. It's not possible.
But-
and then on top of that, he can't work for both. He can't be a boxer and then also sign with WWE. That's two big ass companies. It's not going to work out. If that was the case, Tyson Fury would have been signed with WWE and still did the whatever the hell company he's
I don't
with
think
right now.
Tyson really wants to do that much.
He
with
does. You got to look at the interviews. He literally said that he would come back
I'm
to
listening.
WWE and fight. Shit. After that match he had with Braun, I guess he said he would come back to the WWE. However, his manager said no because it's going to mess with your body. You can't take these bumps and bruises and then go back in the boxing ring and get knocked
You're
out.
talking about someone who could arguably be the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, who's retiring undefeated, versus Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul
Logan
could do
Paul.
it as a side hustle versus the
Yeah, he's
cream
not
of
a
the
real
crop,
boxer.
top of the heap, doing it as a side hustle. It's a little bit like how Pat McAfee, like I said, does it. Of he's a retired NFL player. Do I think someone say actively playing in the NFL could do this and do or play the NFL and do WWE? Hell no. I'm surprised that people actively playing in the WWE or playing in the NFL do podcasts and shit like that. So I think that Logan could still keep his whole channel and still do this as a side hustle to where
Well,
he's
He
quote
can
unquote
literally
fine,
do
and
vlogs
he just makes
behind the
appearances. He
scenes.
kind of
of
Well,
shouts
see,
them every
that's
now
the
and then.
thing. Nobody was talking about Logan. We're talking about Jake Paul. So I'm confused.
Right. Yeah, we got the Pauls confused here.
Yeah, I'm talking about Jake Paul, the
Why
guy
do you
that's
think Jake
5-0.
would sign if Logan did? Like, I mean, you don't think
Why would Jake? Why
But
make this make
few
sense?
bills, show up a few times, get to rip on people. I mean, I think everybody would take an opportunity to just
If they can sign a lucrative deal like that, then by any chance, go ahead and do it. But what I'm coming from is I'm basing this off of the Tyson Fury thing. If my experienced manager tells me that, hey, you can't be a boxer and a wrestler at the same time because you taking all these bumps, your body's going to be physically beat up by the time you get in this ring. You know, boxers can't have sex right before they have matches, right? They can't go. You can't months before that match. You cannot have sex because if you bust a nut, your body's gonna be tired for a certain amount of time.
That's a whole mess.
Look it up. Look the shit up.
That's
a whole mess. And you're saying you can't say that they are boxers and then talk about how they are boxers. You can't go both ways with it. You have to either they're not boxers or they are boxers. If they are boxers, then they can't do this. Apparently, if they're not boxers, then they have the time to do this.
It's like, are they talking about underwear or people?
Bro, this whole podcast is just gonna be like boxer or no boxer. Come on, man.
Sorry, CJ, your rebuttal.
Whatever. Next topic. Next topic. That shit makes no sense. Man. This motherfucker ain't fighting not one goddamn guy that's a real fucking boxer. Fucking Tony Fury or whatever the fuck his name is. Tommy Fury. He fucking dropped out because he can't even get his visa. Jake Paul is not a real boxer to me because he hasn't fought. He's fought KSI. Some
Logan Paul fought KSI.
Gibb. Why the fuck am I on Logan Paul? No, this is Jake Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul fought KSI. Jake Paul fought Deji.
Okay, there you go. He fought Deji and Gibb, whatever the fuck his name is.
Nissan Gibb.
Same fucking difference. He fought some guy named. He fought Nate Robinson. He fought Ark Askren.
Nate Robinson got packed out.
Ben Askren. Yeah, he died.
Nobody. Like you said, you even said it yourself. These are exhibition matches. Am I wrong?
Right. But that's the thing. So you can't say if they aren't boxers, then they can do this as a side hustle. You keep talking about
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah, because they're not.
Let me ask you
the
this.
Tyson Fury thing.
Yes.
When you're saying he's a legitimate boxer, but you then
fine. The fucking Paul brothers are boxers. There you go. I've said it. Okay, these dumb fuckers are boxers. So can I wrestle? Can I wrestle now?
Boxers at all?
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask all three of you guys this right now. I want all three of y'all opinions. KJ, if you are a boxer that can bring in 15, if you are a boxer that's Jake Paul on his level, where you can bring in so many ticket sales, WWE says, okay, I'm offering you this deal. We want you to come here for about 1 to 2 years. We're going to give you $4 million a year. But you have to wrestle on our show at least we need you 12 matches out of this contract, at least. Are you going to sign that contract knowing that you're going to be putting yourself and your boxing career, the things that's making you the most money in risk for a goddamn WWE company?
Well, here's the thing. I don't believe if I was a Paul, I don't have a boxing career to worry about. All I'm trying to do is make money off of all this shit. You can go they can send both Paul brothers back and forth through Suplex City twice, and they can go do any one of those shitty fucking exhibition matches a week later. They'd be perfectly fine because it's not legit. He beat up a basketball player, for fuck's sake.
Should have been talking shit. Okay, here go even another better one. Money in the Bank and the Las Vegas boxing events. They either the same day or a day after each other. Are you gonna take them bumps and bruises and then the next day you're gonna go fight your opponent in the boxing?
Hell no.
No, but I think your schedule will allow you that will be part of the negotiation. It's like,
no, it wouldn't. If I need you to be at my that's the whole thing. If I need you to be in my pay-per-view, your ass is gonna be in my pay-per-view. Same thing with
when you sit down and you go, okay, I'm gonna do sorry, Nick, but I'm gonna do SummerSlam, I'm gonna do Survivor Series, I'm gonna do 2 in the winter, and then right?
Because or Rumble,
fuck that, all of that.
And
I'm taking my $15 million and keep my boxing career, and I'm gonna knock the fuck out of Tommy Fury easily, and I'm gonna take my ass back home. Only thing is this: I will make celebrity. What?
Who's gonna knock out Fury?
Jake Paul.
Oh fuck.
Tommy
Fury,
Fury,
not Tyson.
Not Tyson. Tommy.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? His brother.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
now we should have a tag team boxing match. Fuck that shit.
No,
oh my god.
And then it's like another thing is too, Brock Lesnar. How come Brock Lesnar didn't fight in the UFC and the WWE at the same time?
the training regimen, like you said, to your point.
Yeah, no, he had to leave
I rest my
WWE.
case. I
Yeah.
rest my case.
Full-time fighter.
The
He
training.
left
You can't train
WWE
for
to go to
both.
football. Yeah, he left
But we're
WWE to
not
go to
saying they're
football,
gonna
to
be a
go to
full-time
UFC,
person
and
on
then
the
he had to go
roster. They're
back
going to
on
do
WWE.
part-time pop-ins and everything like that, and just kind of pitch the WWE on their freaking streaming on their channels, all of that crap.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
not
do
If I
two
want
sports
you, but
at
the whole
once.
thing is this: if I want you to be on my show, and you are also a boxer, you can make these celebrity appearances. But what happens if I want you to fight in my ring, but you got a box?
Right, but who makes Jake Paul's schedule? Jake Paul.
Oh, his
Who makes
manager
Logan Paul's
does.
schedule?
His
Logan
management
Paul.
His
does.
manager does.
Yeah.
But I think they're
He has
going to
managers for
realize that if you're scheduled to be on SummerSlam, hey, we probably shouldn't book boxing.
But you
fights.
passing up, but you're passing up 20 million, a possible $15 million match.
my-
Are you really gonna be that stupid to pass that up? That's what I'm talking about. Would you be
You
that
don't think
stupid
that
to
they
pass that
couldn't
up?
figure that they couldn't plan that stuff out? Go ahead.
KJ, put your hand down. We're not in school.
KJ's raising his damn
Jump
hand.
in.
I just thought it was funny as shit.
I'm just saying.
For those listening on Spotify, I had my hand in the air like an idiot. But that being said, here's two questions. One, I don't think he has to give up. Here's the most important question for you, CJ.
He should.
What is
Damn. Well, damn, double homicide.
how many boxing matches per year have the Pauls committed to or done in the last couple of years?
Probably around 2.
Yeah, right. Like I think they can fit it in.
I don't follow up on that career, if I can be honest with you. But that doesn't even fit. That doesn't even fit in the category. Boxing matches come up; they are months in between. So, but
Yeah.
you have to think about it.
Exactly.
If I'm a new wrestler, how long does it take for me to prepare to get in a WWE ring versus how long will it take me to prepare to be in a boxing match?
If you're a cocky sports entertainer and you just have to do a few things,
It's not about that though. It's not
It's
about
like 8
that.
hours.
We're always ready.
It's not about that though. Like you even said it yourself. It's the training. The training is 100% different. There's two different ways to train. It's I gotta train to beat the hell out of somebody, or I gotta train to fucking make sure that I'm a good actor.
Yeah, to make sure that I have a paycheck at the end of the
I
day.
gotta make sure I can do a goddamn moonsault. Like it's a
You
big
don't have to do
difference.
a moonsault.
But
Goddamn
that's what he
frog
want to do. I'm saying it's for
Well,
an
you shouldn't
example.
be
If
fucking
that's
doing
what you
that
want,
shit.
Yeah, but
then you shouldn't sign a
prime
contract with
example of someone
WWE
who
and a
can do
boxing.
something like that is Pat McAfee. He does commentary. He'll still turn around and have matches, and then
He's
he
gonna have a
still does
match.
his whole
Yeah,
podcast
but
show.
he's not an active
and all
athlete.
that.
Though.
But he's right. My point, he's not active athlete. He's just podcast. He's doing what we do.
Right,
He's sitting
but
his
Yeah,
ass
he's a
down.
commentator
I
and a
guess like I was
podcaster.
saying of the Pauls, how much do they really box? How much are they actual boxers? I don't consider them boxers. They're exhibitions. So
I mean, I don't think Logan fought since like 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, Logan,
Oh my god,
Dude, you look deep through the fucking screen.
Dog.
bro,
Cause-
Jake is more of a boxer than Logan is. Logan hasn't
Yes.
boxed in like 2
See,
years.
and that's the
So
thing. I'm not talking about
can
Logan
actually
Paul.
do it.
I ain't
Yeah.
talking shit about Logan Paul. Logan Paul, he is a Pat McAfee to me. He's somebody that's done. He's not going to box. To me personally, he hasn't even signed a long contract with WWE. SummerSlam, WrestleMania. That's all I see him doing. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Logan
it.
Paul and Miz at
I don't
SummerSlam.
know, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I think the booking him against the Miz, and then we'll get off this. I think. Well, I mean, shit. I'll keep talking about Logan Paul all we want, but we could be at it all night here. Just
we're not even talking about Logan. We're talking about Jake too.
Yeah, we're mainly talking about
Right.
Jake.
Jake.
We're not even
Yeah,
talking about the guy who
Jake didn't
signed. We're
sign
talking about the
shit.
guy
No.
who might maybe sometime kind of sign.
But then let me end it like this, and this is gonna be the last thing I say about this damn thing.
Okay.
If you have an opportunity to sign with WWE for 4 years, I'm gonna give you $1 million a year, and my name is Jake or either Logan Paul. Are you gonna take that contract knowingly that you can make $10 million off of one fight, which is more than what you were making WWE off that 4-year contract?
But
Yeah, no.
Knowing
Why
that you signed the WWE contract,
why
you know
can't
for
you
the
do
fact that
both?
you can't. How you gonna do both? Okay, make sense. I'm Roman Reigns.
We're gonna keep going.
But
I'm
sorry,
Roman
guys,
Reigns.
I can't wrestle in 2023. I have one boxing match in June. What?
I gotta
Yeah.
train. It's gonna take me months to train. I can't do this.
Oh yeah, you
I
gotta
can't
put
do both.
time and effort into training for a boxing match. So
Yes,
yeah,
you do.
You're off TV.
Yeah.
So BJ, you telling me that right now? If me and you got a box, you're not gonna train to box me at all? let's say matter of fact,
Yeah, no, he'd mop the
No,
floor.
bro, I got you.
Like, yeah,
I don't need to train
I'm
for
about,
shit.
I'm about, if I got to fight Floyd Money Mayweather, I'm about
Oh,
to
yeah.
sit down for months and I'm about to study this man's box. It would take me a year to get prepared to fight Floyd.
Have you
Why?
seen
Because he's
Logan
51
Paul
and 0.
or Jake Paul match?
Who, Jake? Yes.
Like
Jake Paul can box.
Yeah,
He can box.
that's not like they
drunk,
train
bro.
lunch for that shit.
Man, you drunk, bro.
To knock out Nate Robinson
Man.
or
Well, I mean,
OKC.
maybe
NML.
Jake
Himself,
did,
though,
but
whoever
Nate
he really
Robinson
thinks
didn't do
that's a
shit.
legitimate boxer.
I don't fucking know.
He ain't a
Wow.
legitimate
Jake's
boxer
closer.
until this Tommy Fury match go on. That's all I'm gonna say. That's gonna be his first real test.
Yeah, if it ever happens,
It ain't because
it ain't
Tommy
gonna
Fury
happen.
being a little biatch.
Or maybe Jake Paul's just paying him off to freaking go away.
So Nick, no, fuck this, Nick. Are you gonna sign that contract knowing that I can pay you $15 million to
I'm
fight
gonna
one
do
boxing
both.
match?
My
But
bro,
how can
Because
how
I'm
can
not
you
a
do both?
boxer.
How can you
Because
do
they're not
both?
boxers.
No, but I'm saying, are you?
But
If you are a
were
boxer,
not boxing.
But I thought they were boxers.
that's what I'm saying.
I've
He
never
kept
said
saying
they
that.
were.
You did. Bro, fuck that.
No,
You
it's
can rewind
because
this
You
you
shit.
said
said
earlier
both
that they
ways. You were saying
were.
that they wouldn't do this because
Who?
they train and they need to train and everything like Tyson
Jake
Fury,
Paul.
but they're not boxers.
Oh, just Jake.
We started this whole thing because y'all brought
Jake
up talking
Paul
about
did not
Jake Paul
sign a
going to
fucking
sign.
contract with WWE. Logan Paul did.
And that's what I'm
Thank
going
you.
to. You guys brought up Jake Paul. I didn't bring Jake Paul. I was
I
talking
didn't
about
bring
Logan.
up him.
Y'all brought up Jake.
Yeah, okay, fine. But here's the point. If he
Yeah.
only fights twice a year, you
Mhm.
can make fuck, dude. Roman just had 8 weeks off.
I mean, but there's no one for Roman. There's no
Now we're on
one.
a whole new topic. Transition. Let's go.
Right.
Ugh.
Who's
All I'm
Roman
saying-
gonna fight
all
next?
I'm saying is this.
Oh, bro.
Riddle.
I ain't,
Oh no, not
if
Riddle.
I'm a top boxer,
True.
I ain't signing a damn contract with a company that's only gonna pay me a damn a third or even an eighth of what I really can make between two boxing matches per year. If I can make $20 million a year, I'm not signing no little $4 million contract. I ain't
Me
signing
neither.
nothing. I
Yeah,
ain't signing nothing.
no one's better than money. More money than that. Fuck.
How are you making more money with WWE?
Because
You
he's
can
not
make a YouTube channel, boxing, business partnerships, shit like that.
Big Nick.
Thank you.
What
thank
you just
You
said,
can make
though.
way more money.
You just said it
Then-
yourself.
then- no, no,
If
no,
you're
no,
a
no, no, no,
legitimate
no,
top
no,
boxer,
no,
they
no,
are
no,
not
no,
legitimate
no,
top
no,
boxers
no, no,
at
They
no,
all.
are
no,
though. Look at
no,
the
no,
look,
no, no.
bro. Oh my god.
You
Oh
got
my God.
way too much shit to do. You do not need to do WWE. You could just do the boxing and the vlogging and shit, and you could do that. Jesus,
Bro.
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 Look up Jake Paul's pay-per-view sales.
We gotta
Yeah,
figure
he
this
compares-
makes
he
a
compares
shit
those-
ton of pay-per-view
he make-
sales in
he
boxing.
makes money off pay-per-view sales
out. Okay,
on
wait.
top of that contract that he got.
I can't deal with it.
Plus, he's getting money. He's getting paid from the damn person he's gonna box. If Floyd Money Mayweather can make $200 million off a fight, what makes you think that Jake Paul can't make that money in the future?
And
You
Logan
don't
Paul
think
can't make
WWE
that
makes
either.
money off pay-per-views. Clown shows fucking sell pay-per-views all the time. Just
What?
Because
What?
Bro,
I love
AEW Dynamite just sold their big pay-per-view Forbidden Door just made $6 million compared to making $200 million from a damn boxing event.
well, I mean, on a wrestling
Okay,
show,
wait,
it's
wait, wait,
actually
wait,
good.
wait. Hold the fucking phone.
Bro, we're gonna be here all night.
2013, he started years active.
Yeah.
Oh, on YouTube. Never mind. Ignore
Yeah,
that.
on acting. He didn't do
Okay.
boxing until like 2018, bro.
Right? So yeah, I'm reading it. August 2018. He's had 5 fights. I'm sure we can fit that in his fucking contract to spread some shit out.
But
you know
that
what?
was
I'm not gonna-
Jake.
I'm not going to be at Backlash. I'm sorry.
You
That
cannot.
was
But that's
Jake.
the whole thing. You cannot fit anything in a boxer's contract because, like I said, boxing matches do not have dedicated dates. They come on between. It doesn't matter. April the 17th, August the 29th, December the 18th. Those
You
are
can
just
ahead of
fights.
time.
You can't. How you gonna book a match? What?
Yeah, someone can call you right now, June 30th, and be like, "Hey, you got a fight going on December 20 something."
Yeah, but
Simple
that's
as
still
that.
6 months.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
but
you
then
have
I
to
gotta
have them long to
stop.
train. Yeah.
Exactly. See, that's where we come
'Cause
from.
you
You gotta
gotta
stop
train,
WB
You
training
still
and
gotta
then
have
go
a
into the
diet.
contract for the
You
fight.
gotta
You still
go on
have to sign the
runs.
contract for the fight, so you
You
still
gotta
have
rent a
to
gym.
know when it's going
You
to
gotta rent
happen.
a trainer. You gotta have all this
But
shit.
no,
That's
but what
all
he's
that free
saying
boxing.
is if I sign a WB contract today and my manager for my boxing calls me a month from later and he tells me, okay, we got to fight this day. It's for this amount of money. Now I can't do that because I got to make sure I meet my WB obligations. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that.
Yeah, but what if I said, you know what, Vince, I can commit to 10 dates like Brock Lesnar or 10 dates like Roman Reigns. I can't do any more than 10 dates.
But then
Yeah,
what
but then that
happens
money
on one of
could've
those
gone to
dates?
someone else.
Right.
That
But what
money could have
happens
gone to
if these
someone else.
two
Could have went to a
major
Shotzi. Could have went to an
brands
Ali.
together
Should have went
could
to a Veer Mahan. Should have
schedule
went to a Walter.
something together?
Should have went to a Ricochet.
Damn. Hey, Jake Paul made $104.9 million off of boxing.
Logan Paulson.
And another Jake Paul, his co-main event made $93 million.
Yeah, but like I said, he's only had 5 fights in
Right.
4
Within
years.
those 5 fights, he made that amount of money.
So he can do both.
How?
Now Logan, I'm sure Logan won't be in WWE full time. We're not going to see him every fucking week.
Yeah, and Logan
Right.
hasn't
Ain't
fought
even
as
talking
much as
about
Jake.
Logan. Ain't even talking about Logan. Logan can do this shit. Like I said, he's
Yeah,
a method.
well, then why
He
are
can do
we
this
talking
shit.
about
Okay.
Jake, man?
Because
If
you
we know
know
Logan can do
got
this,
it.
if we
got
know
it.
Logan can do this, why are we talking about him?
Man, y'all
Why?
brought it. Y'all said that. Y'all said that Jake Paul should sign with WWE, and I said hell to the no. That's
No,
exactly
Jake
how we
Paul
got on this
definitely
topic.
won't, unless it's like the bump or pre-show panels.
Shit.
Definitely not.
Hell no.
I think they should sign them both. I think they both would get good heat. And I think going up against The Miz was
Jake makes crazy money. He doesn't need it.
I think we need to move on to
Well,
something
he
else.
just wants to be a fucking wrestler.
But
If he want to be a wrestler, then he needs to give up on boxing because you can't do both. It's impossible.
exactly, you can't do both.
I can't
He's
be
a
a. That's like
part-time boxer.
okay, Roman Reigns. He's a what the fuck? Wait, he's a part-time boxer. What do you mean? How's he a part-time boxer?
Because he doesn't box that much.
Okay, Manny Pacquiao doesn't box that much. Floyd Mayweather doesn't box that much. Canelo doesn't
They are
box that
now
much.
part-time.
Gervonta Dale doesn't
Yeah,
box
Floyd
that much.
Mayweather had a match.
Every boxer in this world is considered a part-time boxer at that point. Then
No,
nobody
you just
boxes
listed off
back
a bunch
to
of
back.
guys that aren't currently actively fighting.
I mean,
What do you
nobody
mean
in
Canelo
MMA
is
really fights
fighting?
back to
Well,
back
you got
either.
down to Canelo, but I mean, like Pacquiao is retired, only shows up to cash in. Mayweather again picks and chooses when he shows up because he's at that point of his career
Okay.
where he
Gervonta Davis, he has a match and he waits a couple months to go fight again.
everyone does. I imagine though he has like 2 or 3 a year. 3 a year. Well, how many fights has he had since 2018? Probably
Jake?
12,
Who?
9.
Who?
Canelo.
Who the
Whoever.
fuck is Canelo?
Whoever. Pick
Canelo has
someone.
had plenty of matches in his year. He just got back to boxing. But I'm saying Jake Paul, he fought August 2018, November 2020. He took a break. That was his first ever match. So why would I jump right into another one? I'm still training. Then he go back in 2021. He had 3 matches: April, August, and December. That's plenty enough time to fight, take time, heal, train, get another match, fight that day. How can I do that in WWE? If I'm Roman Reigns and I'm a boxer as well, I'm y'all damn champion. WrestleMania is coming up, but my manager just called me and said, "Oh, you got a match the day after WrestleMania." How can I do both of those?
I mean, yeah.
How can you do both of them? Impossible. It's
All
impossible.
right. We're going to have to agree to disagree on this Rumble. Ding, ding.
Well, I mean, that's the point of the show. We argued. So
Yeah, no, that's it. That was
Rumble.
I mean, yeah, I think we're just gonna have to fucking agree to disagree.
Call it a day.
I think you can do both happily. Just part-time be the fucking heater for his
No,
brother.
we can't do both. You can't.
All right, next topic.
There we go. Next topic.
Let's go. Jeff Hardy pleads not guilty in a court of law today.
Bullshit.
Oh,
I'll just say it, man. He endangered the lives of others. Okay, like why? Oh no, I'm not guilty to that. I could have almost killed an old lady on the street. You know, 2-year-old kid. But I'm not guilty, guys. It wasn't my decision to drink alcohol and get behind a wheel. No.
well, I mean, it's a little. I think it gets a little more complex. I'm surprised with the not guilty plea just because of all the video evidence.
Exactly. That's another thing.
The only thing that I can think of is with him trying to enter in the not guilty plea and everything is him, I guess, trying to get some sort of a real trial about it and maybe try and lessen the sentence because he's been a habitual offender. This was very much, he was 3 times the legal limit. He was driving without a license in a car that wasn't his. He had so many charges, so I think he wants to, rather than just, and we all unfortunately pretty much know he's 100% guilty, let's be honest. But I think he's just putting in the not guilty plea to try and see if he can get some sort of a trial out of it and see if he can maybe get some of the sentencing reduced to like rehab or community service or
but how many times has he done that?
Huh?
How many times has he done that? Community service or
I get
rehab?
that, but that's the thing is he's not going to want to. He's still going to
2 or
have
3 times.
Ultimately, I understand. We think that he's super guilty and everything like that, and how it's a stupid fucking thing of him to do. But he's still going to ultimately do what Jeff Hardy would do in that situation, I guess. And he's going to try and halfway, I guess, fight it to try and get stuff reduced and everything versus trying to spend 5+ probably years in prison. That's the only
who cares? He could have killed somebody.
Right. I understand that, Will, that we care. But this is Jeff Hardy making the decision. The same man who made the decision to, at 10 a.m. on, I think it was a weekday, start doing it. Well, and even before that, doing shots of Fireball.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. Driving from apparently North Carolina to Florida, back to North Carolina, if you want to go off of his incoherent, very drunk ramblings. And was driving with a suspended or a invalid license and in a vehicle that wasn't his. I still don't know how he got that car, whose car it was, anything like that. So I get that we all think that that's super terrible, but this is the same man making this decision. That's the same man that made that decision. So he's not going to make the best decision, clearly.
Yeah. I'm just going to... I can't throw on Grandmaster's comment. I agree with BJ. Screw Jeff Hardy. Just because he could do a swanton, he thinks it gives him the right to endanger other people's lives. Throw him in prison. I've been saying that for 2 freaking weeks. I've been saying that since I pretty much joined Twitter, which I never thought would happen. But yeah. Jeff Hardy...
Now, here's the thing. I'm surprised. Sorry, go ahead, CJ.
No, I was saying this. If I plead guilty to something, I mean, if I plead not guilty and I know I'm guilty, that ain't gonna get you less time. That's gonna get you more time. You gotta plead guilty to something that you know you're guilty at. That way you can be. That's speeding up the process. So now since I've been pleading not guilty,
the process, which that means then the sentencing is already pretty much, for the better part, predetermined.
Well, you're going to jail either way.
Right, but would you... And this is, I guess, if you took the actual situation of Jeff Hardy out of it, if you were just thinking about you from this perspective of if you had the chance to put in a not guilty plea and still try and at least fight to maybe have something reduced, or would you rather just go with guilty? And which, granted, if you with doing the not guilty, it could end up being more severe because obviously then again, like we were just saying, that it does look very disrespectful to what happened, but he's shown that he can't make the proper decision, or enter in a guilty plea and then pretty much say you're guaranteed 5 years in jail. There's no real debate. There's no real, jury. There's none of that. This is your sentence.
I mean, if you can do the crime, do the time, man. I mean, be honest, and then that can build up trust again. Just take responsibility. Be like, yeah, I got in that goddamn wheel and with a couple shots of Fireball and, almost kill people. Yeah, I did it.
That's where you draw the line. And there has to be, like, if he's not getting jail time, there has to be some real restraints put on him. I don't care if it's a bracelet or put a mechanism around his leg that any car that he gets into dies. Just won't start. Like, I don't know what you got to do. But
that's the messed up thing is he had to beat breathalyzer thing 2 times.
Yeah. So who blew into it for him? Right? Like, what is happening?
Where was Matt during all of this?
Well, Matt apparently had an early flight, so they had no idea that he was in the condition that he was in.
Yeah, Ruby was joking about it on social media.
He bought
or Rebby,
flight
Rebby.
of beers to have, but while his brother was doing shots of Fireball.
But here's the thing: is it possibly like a not guilty by mental duress? You know, not of ill mind. Oops, I fucked up my meds. Is that possibly the defense here?
No.
What do you think, CJ?
I guess it's the same damn thing. I mean, if I plead not guilty to some shit that I got evidence on, yeah, I'm not that ain't gonna do shit but buy me more time at that point. But at the same time, once I'm straight up convicted, I'm about to get 10 years in fucking prison most likely. So why not just go to say, okay, I'm gonna plead guilty, get half of that time and call it a damn day. So now basically he just fucked himself.
Yeah, I'm
he
so
severely
sorry.
fucked himself.
Yeah,
I didn't have my license. I'm drinking and driving. My license is also revoked. That's jail time already right there from them three simple things. So now I done pleaded not guilty. I just fucked myself.
Yeah, I get that this deck is very much stacked against him. I'm more of, I guess, just bringing up why someone in that situation would plead not guilty. But yeah, this is not going to look well for him. Like you were asking, KJ, I think the best defense that they could kind of go with would be a bit of a mental health thing of he has a problem of addiction. That it would go along that route, but they would have to establish something that would have set him off because that he was doing very well. I feel like this is going to oddly tie into the whole situation where he was in WWE and then just took off mid-match through the crowd, and then they had to do a drug test, but he was tested clean. That whole situation to me is still a little murky. So I feel like this is going to open a can of worms that Jeff may not want to open.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, and I mean, there's not much more we can say about that topic. And I mean, unlike the Paul topic, I mean, it's kind of interesting, but it feels pretty cut and dry. So there's not much of a debate on this. Like, you know, we all saw the footage, we all saw the condition he was in. We all agree. Like, I mean, for multiple people, I think what I read was 4 had called in because of erratic driving. So. I've been on the record before saying, like, you can do whatever you want with your life. Just don't fuck up other people's days. So don't get in the fucking car. And if a guy that keeps doing it, you have to do something to let him know enough's enough. It has to. You have to. You can't keep letting him out.
Oh, yeah. He needs to, honestly, this is going to be a sobering awakening, hopefully, for Jeff. Because he
needs to retire.
Well, that's why I said it when it happened. I feel like we won't see Jeff Hardy again. This is because even then, how do you, as a company, take a shot on him after this? Like, say if he does go away for, say, 5 years in prison, and he does still want to try and wrestle, he wants to pull off a Ric Flair one last match. How do you take a gamble on somebody like that has shown such a bad history and such a bad track record?
Well, I think then you would on a one night only. Like if somebody's willing to take a risk on Ric Flair, you trust Jeff for one night. You trust him for 3 months, 6 months, a 2-year contract.
Yeah,
and you do him on like you show up sober, we'll pay you. You show up fucked up, you don't go out there.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that he's suspended indefinitely without pay.
Yes, well, I'm sure he's not sweating the pay.
Oh, I get that, but that, it wasn't, take, 30 days off and then, we'll see you on Dark.
Yes.
We'll see you on Dark.
Right. Now, sticking with the WWE, and we'll get into some AEW stuff in a little bit here, but actually, our boy CJ brought up something earlier, and I have to talk about it. So I'm going to throw it up a little bit, but other little rocks kicking around. For those who don't know, look, DNA evidence says Rocky Johnson, that is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's father, had 5 additional kids. The Rock is their half brother. Cha-ching!
Have a baby by me, millionaire. Have a baby by me, millionaire.
Right?
You get a baby. You get a baby. Everyone gets a baby.
Oh shit!
At
least 5.
Wow.
Sorry, CJ, you broke this one, so.
Nah, man, I'm just saying that's crazy. I ain't got much to say on it because I just found out when we hopped on here. But yeah, I mean that's just crazy. I mean, 5 other additional kids on top of the what he got 2. Well, 1 that he really acknowledged. That's it. So it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I don't really have anything to say about that. Then it's crazy, man.
Right? He's got
So
2
coming
children.
to Netflix 2025, the Johnson family or the Johnson bunch.
The
Right.
Johnson reunion.
Of a
It's
handsome
be
wrestler.
like HBO now. The Johnson reunion.
Yo,
Yeah.
The Rock's realtor just started licking his or her lips, like, yes, you all get a house.
You get a
Now
family
the young Rock's going to
sitcom.
be a little different now.
They're working on a documentary right now. Lisa Perez, she's working on a documentary about her and her half sibling story. That started with her initial plans of working on a documentary about the effect parents not only cutting themselves off from their children, has them. Oh, how does the effect of parents cutting off their children grow on them? Pretty much
Oh yeah.
as they grow over. So I guess we'll stay tuned for that soon.
Interesting. And I mean, just for a shout out to Canada, keeping the Canadian content up. Boom.
Hey.
So Rocky Johnson is listed as a Canadian from Nova Scotia. He met Lisa. No, sorry, he met his wife, or not even Una, the other lady, in Toronto. So there's a Canadian side to all this. Haha.
Yeah.
Rocky's child, Trevor Edwards, was born in Montreal in '67. Hey, Truro, Nova Scotia. That's a nice spot. Aaron Fowler's mother, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so yeah, The Rock has a bigger family than he thought.
Is this your way of trying to get on like the short list for like a 23andMe to see if you're, related to The Rock or something like that?
Right.
Maybe you got, a couple $1 million waiting on you there from your
Send over that DNA test. Let's
half
go.
brother there, Dwayne.
Maury doesn't need to retire just yet.
Yeah. My luck, I'd be related to Gilbert, and I'd have to be pissed.
Hell no.
Turns out Fit Finley's a distant cousin of mine.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I have
the
an
hell?
old-timey wrestler in my family, going way back to the 50s.
Oh god.
Yeah, the only one I know of is Fit Finley.
Fit Finley, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, another hot topic today. NXT UK. Yay or nay? Is it
Next
good?
topic, man. I'm not talking about that crap. Next topic. I'm not talking about it. I got some AEW news.
NXT UK, more like NXT what?
I got some AEW news. We ain't talking about NXT UK. I refuse.
Yeah, no, screw that.
Nah,
WWE doesn't even acknowledge it. We shouldn't.
There you go. That's funny as shit.
Next.
AEW walked through the forbidden door to get to Blood and Guts. Mixed reviews on Forbidden Door. Better reviews for Blood and Guts. They were all kind of mashed together in a few days. Was it too much, too soon? Was it just chaos for a few days? What is the overall feeling of this group?
Who wants to take it first?
I'll take it first right quick because I just want to drop some ratings on this show. I just got them in. AEW Blood and Guts, or Dynamite Blood and Guts, yesterday. It looks like they averaged 1 million viewers.
Jeez.
Yeah, so they got 1 million off of that. 1,023,000 viewers for that show. They were up by 16.5% from the previous week.
Yes.
So they go another million for AEW.
Not bad.
And they did that without the biggest stars on the show too. So kudos to them big time.
Not bad. Gotta praise progress.
Right.
Gotta love Sammy Guevara getting thrown off a steel structure.
I
loved it.
believe I can fly.
And then Forbidden Door, that sold just like 6 million. Well, that's what AEW Tony Khan, he said on Twitter they made 6 million from that. I think it was 5 million in pay-per-view buys, 5 million plus in pay-per-view buys, and that 1 million off of ticket sales. So
Okay.
that's a big number just to make off ticket sales.
Right.
I want to know how much WWE makes off ticket sales now. I ain't gonna lie.
Probably like 200K. I don't know.
Right. Honestly, probably less than that.
I was
Now,
just trying to be generous.
A lot of, because of everything that's gone on, a lot of the wrestlers have come out, and you hear them in the press junkets. consistently kind of praising Tony. Tony's a genius. Tony's a a madman. Tony's got all the ideas. Is that bullshit, or is this man actually a fucking genius? Is this some young savant?
No,
I think they're
because he
just-
loves
oh.
the fucking Young Bucks on his TV.
I think they just love it because it's something different, and they're actually being used. Whereas with WWE, it's just like main event here, catering here, shit like that. But then you go to AEW and then you have a decent sized pop and you're kind of used a bit more until you're used for Dark and Elevation, Ruby Soho. But yeah.
Nick?
I don't agree with that. I think he's just managed to become the best out of a shit situation, I guess. There's very much, I'll give you credit. It's a 50-50 coin. It's very much to me like how Forbidden Door was. You had a great card like all the way through. I almost had to wear a jean jacket on stream and everything because because Cassidy and Osprey's match had me fucking losing my shit. I asked for a damn oxygen tank.
We got proof.
Right. But then you had the freaking Young Bucks match, and we had titty twisters on professional wrestling. Like, that still hit Tony Khan's desk and still went out there.
Gotta love it.
No.
I'm joking.
Oh, thank you.
No, but I mean, Tony's good. I mean, like, fuck. I mean, we heard some of the talk about, having everything. But when you it just at times feels like, he's trying to put everything into every night. So kudos for trying. But then we get these really long ass nights where there were probably a few things in there that didn't need to be in there. But beyond that, it's not very often that you end a pay-per-view with a spot that's kind of selling your next show on TV. And I didn't particularly like having, another brawl to kind of end the pay-per-view leading into Blood and Guts. I thought this is supposed to be historic. Why are you not treating it that way? And it didn't feel like it at the end for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Blood and Guts kind of felt like a pay-per-view, especially with it being an hour and all those crazy spots going on, being stabbed with a fork and shit like that, and crazy shit on top of a cage. Yeah.
Tony Khan, Ricky thing. Ricky's just made a cool comment. Just a rich person with a lot of money, just playing around with some shit, and he's actually able to make it work. My whole thing is this Tony Khan and that company wouldn't be anything without Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and that's a good point as well.
Kenny Omega, I'll give you, the Young Bucks are the most self-aggrandizing, self-satisfying tag team, self-relating tag team I have ever seen. Like, we had titty twisters, we had all the pomp and circumstance for a back rake. Like, you're kidding me with that. Like,
they dressed up as Ghostbusters, for Christ's
okay,
sake.
but you have to think about it though. You gonna take titty twisters one day on the show, or are you gonna go to WWE and watch the same shit back to back? Do you really want to see the 24/7 belt on the show each and every single day? Or do you want to see one show titty twisters?
Totally.
I don't want to see titty twisters at all. That's the thing. I don't feel like I should need
I'm not sure if I'm with you on that argument.
Yeah.
A few are okay, depending.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, it's okay to do one, but like, I understand you guys don't like the Young Bucks, but it's like, damn, you guys were like acting like these motherfuckers are like the worst in the world. I mean, we got worser. We got WWE.
Yeah, we got
shit.
Uzi hot.
I mean, I
Remember
don't know.
Uzi hot?
I don't remember that shit, but I don't even care about it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about that one. So,
well, here's the thing with the Bucks, though. I mean, the problem with the Bucks is we all know where they sit on the perch, and they haven't for the fans that heard all the stories of the Bucks. You got to see the Bucks. They're the best. Have you Meltzer says they're the best. They tag team of the year, and then you get to AEW and you're like, they are right.
It's like these guys are tag team of the year. Meanwhile, there's these guys.
It's just all comedy, no actual worthwhile.
Yeah, not at all.
But you also got to think about it. Wrestling is a sports, and you got to be entertained in the sports, right? Are you
That's
going to
sports
sit up and
entertainment. This
watch?
is for wrestling. It's supposed to be sold as an actual
But in
competition.
sports entertainment, there's gimmicks. There's
Yeah.
gonna be comedy no matter what, no matter where you go. And this is why anybody would say the same shit. You can be a wrestling fan all you want to, but at the end of the day, nobody's ever gonna make you happy. You're never gonna be happy with either promotion. You're not gonna be happy with AEW. Not gonna be happy with GCW. Can't be happy with WWE. Can't be happy with TNA. It's such on. It's fucking crazy, but. I just say like, okay, I'll take Titty Twisters one day of a show, 1 week of a show.
Yeah,
And then you go back to WWE, we're gonna see Bianca Belair, same spot, 4 weeks in a row.
I would rather see Bianca Belair than seeing
4 weeks in a row sitting in the same
60,
spot.
70-year-old man
Yeah,
taking
no.
two twisters
4
and a
weeks?
back rake and everything.
What?
No, listen, I mean, again, I'm a strong believer that there is a time and place for the comedy. I think the problem with the Bucks, especially, they're your tag team champion top heels. And you're just clowning around. It's not good heat. It's not funny heat. It's literally bad shit. And then it's fine. You want Danhausen to come out and curse somebody in the opening segment of a show or in the mid somewhere of the show, fine. But you can't have your tag team champions acting like clowns and not taking their own fucking shit seriously.
Well, what makes you think they're not taking anything serious? How come they can't just oversell a crowd and get a big pop?
You were just listening.
Okay, but WWE is a bigger company. WWE is a bigger company, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're considered as a titan for wrestling, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why do we have the 24/7 championship? Why do we have Akira Tozawa kids making out with a Samoan lady
To
on
get
TV?
jobbers on TV.
But I'm saying that you said that you rather see Bianca Belair sitting in the same spot doing the same exact shit for a month straight rather than see one episode of titty twisting.
No, I'll take that.
Absolutely, because that's how I feel about that. That's the lesser of two evils.
No, I'll take the random stupidness as long as it doesn't overwhelm the not stupidness, right?
Yeah,
exactly. You're looking at it as like I'm saying I wouldn't want to watch a whole episode of Dynamite or something. I'm saying if we're going to talk segment for segment, if this was back WCW Monday the Monday Night Wars, and I was flipping through the channels, and I've got say Bianca Belair, yeah, she might be in the for having the same match for the 4th week in a row. I'd rather watch that than watching two what look like pre-teen Disney reject Logan Paul wannabe fucktards.
Jesus.
Sitting there giving almost a 60 to 70-year-old man a titty twister, and he's having to sell that like it's an offensive maneuver.
But but that's the same thing. Like I'm okay with shit like that. Like, yeah, and I mean, if you want to compare it, like where the old school guys kind of shit on this stuff is like, wait a minute. Like I said before, there was lots of segments. Shit, we had a lady give birth to a hand. Like, so that sucked too. But I'm not using one shit thing to adjust the other. I just want to point out that multiple eras had stupid shit, but part of that is, again, it's placement for me. If the Young Bucks are in the middle of the card and they fuck around, they win some, they lose some, and they're funny like Fandango, or what was the tag team? Breezango. If they want to be Breezango, perfect. Then let FTR be the world's tag title holders, or fucking Lucha Bros, or the long fucking list of teams that I would like to see have those belts instead of them.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Ding.
I agree with everything y'all just said. So
next topic.
Next topic. Let's go.
You sure you didn't want to do this one yet? No, okay.
I'm talking about
No.
okay.
No, we're good.
Screw NXT UK.
I think Nick brought this one to the table, so we'll let Nick lead this one off.
Yeah,
Kenny
so
Omega, go ahead.
Yeah, that he's come out and said that pretty much because obviously we know he's away dealing with multiple injuries and having to go through an intensive rehab after his run as kind of the belt collector. And now he's come out and said that if he kind of suffers another similar injury to this or something on that level, that he's done. He's retired. To me, I think that's very much telling of like a shift that we've seen come about in wrestling of we don't see a lot of the guys staying around to where they're having to almost hobble to the ring. Like AJ Styles was quoted as saying, I came in walking to the WWE or into professional wrestling, I want to leave walking.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see that shift of we're not going to just suck it up and deal or go out there and constantly deal through injuries.
No, I mean, it's become a more business-wise world in that sense, right? Like, and they get their money, they get in, they get out, and we've talked about AJ kind of being in cruise control, but I don't know. I completely lost my thought there because I was reading the comment.
Well, I do also have a halfway conspiracy theory on this.
Fuck.
Of that. Not a whole lot of people I feel like have been mentioning Kenny Omega lately. Since he's kind of been on the sidelines, we've been talking about MJF, CM Punk, Hangman Page, John Moxley, Tanahashi, Okada, Jay White, Will Ospreay. So maybe this is kind of a subliminally sneaky way to just remind motherfuckers like, hey, you might want to appreciate me while you have me because it might not be for too long.
Yeah, hey, I exist.
Mm-hmm. It comes back as a baby face, and the first thing a heel does is take out his injury, right?
Right.
Uh-oh. Here we go. I don't know. Now, does that mean he's coming back anytime soon?
Maybe.
I don't know. This feels to me, like I said, ultimately, I know the last one was kind of a conspiracy theory throwing it out there, but to me, this ultimately feels like he's going through a pretty serious rehab, and he's just he's at that point, like, I don't know how many of us have dealt with super serious injuries or whatever, but when you're trying to come back from something and you're not doing so hot coming out of it, you kind of have that breaking point of just, fuck this. I don't want to ever go through this again. So once I get through this, fuck it, I ain't going to do anything anywhere near around what caused this. So he could be just kind of at a mental kind of low point.
You think so?
It kind of reads that way to me.
I don't think so. I mean, and I'm curious how they do play it when he comes back. He's got a lot of loose ends, so to speak. He's got a couple rivalries that he could instantly tap into. And ultimately, I think he's definitely got an opportunity to kind of establish himself or reestablish himself. Kenny was kind of like the Young Bucks for me for a little while, where you kind of wanted to see him dig in and kind of get a little more serious and give us a little bit more from the story side of things and not be so stupid. And he kind of got better, especially when he kind of hit stride with Daniel. So I'm looking forward to seeing him return and what it means.
Yeah, I'm just it's gonna be interesting how they fit him in, because now it feels like the landscape's kind of changed in AEW since he left.
True. Yeah, it'll be weird to see where he fits.
Well, and you touched on the fact that, everybody's dropping like flies, guys. Like, is it just because they're doing too much stupid shit? Is it because they're not taking enough bumps? Is it a combination of both? Are they just less trained? Are they making too many mistakes, which are causing too many injuries? What is causing everybody to it feels like a pandemic of injuries in wrestling?
Too many bumps. Too many people trying to outdo each other and go for crazy spots.
Yeah, I agree with that. How many bumps they do a week and how many crazy spots they need to do, jumping off shit, and
Well, we even talked about this when we were watching Blood and Guts. Of this was almost the third or maybe fourth brawl in a row, pretty much, that it felt like we've seen from AEW. So how many times do we need to see the Jericho Appreciation Society bleed before it kind of just becomes okay? This is a bit too much. Like, I get they're assholes, but this is a bit gratuitous now, and somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, it's kind of like playing with traffic a little bit. And I always use that analogy just because the simple fact that, you go through Anarchy in the Arena, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that is reported where Daniel Bryan got injured and had to step away. And then so you make it to Blood and Guts with a few more bodies, but you get into Blood and Guts. Eddie's back is now questionable. Santana fucked himself up.
Oh, yeah.
Sam be okay because he seems to be made of rubber. But there you go again. So now you come back, and if you keep going that route, you are going to lose guys because they're consistently doing crazy shit. Also, the crazy shit, like I wasn't that excited going into Blood and Guts. I became excited during it. I will give it credit, but for me, man, it was like, oh fuck, another brawl, another gang warfare. Shit, I don't know.
War games.
To tie in, because we were talking about Kenny before, and because I think you shared this with the group and everything, with Kenny coming out and saying that wrestling's kind of gotten away from storytelling, and now we've just gotten into just complete and total chaos of everybody just smash each other against each other. I feel like it very much needs to go in that whole angle of we need to actually have stories that matter. I'd rather see that than 5 steel cage matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. CJ, how you feeling over there?
I'm good, man. I'm letting y'all talk, man. I'm listening. I don't follow up on AEW like that for real, so I ain't got nothing nice to say.
Nothing nice to say.
Damn.
All right, well, let's jump off the injury train and just talk about something a little bit fun for a second. Last night on AEW, we saw the debut of the heel version of Luchasaurus. He becomes, as Nick put it, heel Kane.
Yeah, Kanosaurus. That's just the vibe that it felt very much to me of the lights all went out. We got kind of the new music, the big fiery, flamey pyro, all the more darker gear. He won the match by just pinning a guy to the ring by his neck, and just he tapped out because of that. It felt very much like, Luchasaurus is the new big bad monster in AEW.
Which is what I'm happy about that. For the longest time, I said Luchasaurus looks like a joke, and he's just running around dressed in a dinosaur costume. Now he looks badass. He can kick someone's ass just by looking at you wrong. That's what I think Luchasaurus should have been all this time ago.
I saw someone online throw out the idea that they should change his name to like Leviathan or something like that. Like that they should get away from the whole dinosaur thing now that he's supposed to be like a big bad heel.
Why didn't it just be Matt or whatever he wants to call himself, but give himself a creepy name? Like, I think, what's his real name? Matthew something. So I'm sure they could just call him that. They don't have to give him a Leviathan Batista ripoff.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mostly in AEW, the wrestlers know that they are going to get paid regardless if they wrestle or not. So, oh no, I'm hurt. Please don't put me on the shelf. I mean, maybe that is part of it. There was once upon a time where if you didn't wrestle, you didn't eat. So if that money is guaranteed, do you have to push yourself really that hard to get back quick?
Are they guaranteed contracts in AEW?
I don't know. I'm assuming they're signing 4-year, $250,000.
Well, they're very interesting because I know like WWE will do it to where if you sign a contract with them and you get injured part of the way through and you miss X amount of time, they have the right to add that time on the back end of your contract. And pretty much even if you want to get released or they want to get rid of you just to keep you there longer, just to fuck with you if need be.
Right. I mean, the contracts are a hard one to get out of. I mean, overall, you just, I think you just have to keep as many. How do I word this? I mean, you're in a place now where you have to get paid. You need that security of income. Guys wouldn't sign contracts if they weren't getting it. They essentially, you kind of have to have that in place, and you see what is happening. So you'd assume if you're passionate about your job and you wanted to, to be in there and do what you do, then, you are going to try to make that speedy recovery and get back to the mix of it all. So that's the way I see it. I can't see anybody really milking it. I mean, I'm sure there's one or two out there that are a little softer than the rest, but that's just how it goes. All right.
I forgot what y'all was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about no more. Some other contracts or some shit like that.
Luchasaurus or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Look, I lost my train of thought about it because I mean I went from Luchasaurus to then I had something about injuries and stuff. So man.
Right. Well, gotta keep the ball rolling.
Comments do that to you, man.
I will take a minute to remind everybody we are here tomorrow night. We have triple header Friday, not double header Friday. We kick the night off with SmackDown and Impact Wrestling against all odds, all on the same night, all at the same time, multiple screens. We are going to be here with you streaming. And then right after those, well, after SmackDown for sure, I'm not sure how long against all odds is going to be. We will bring you the coverage of Rampage as well as we always do. So don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell. We might even pop up early. You never know. And then we are back Saturday, Money in the Bank, the big one everyone's been talking about, everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah.
And join the party. And again, if you can prove to me that 10 of your friends watch this channel, I will send you a t-shirt.
Who doesn't want a free t-shirt?
Everybody does. How about Money in the Bank predictions now that we're on that topic?
I would love that. With some predictions here on this show, see if they agree or disagree. And
who's got the match card?
I'll pull
I got it up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I got it.
I think we'll all have it. No, I don't want a tier list.
I'm not having it.
Okay. Well, we can go ahead and start off then. Whoever got the card.
I will have it right now. Man, I hate my internet.
So we have Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship versus Carmella.
Oh, Bianca for sure. Carmella's gonna get her ass whooped.
I'm gonna go with Carmella.
Shut up.
No,
Carmella, she already had an upset victory before, so you never know.
Well, because it was a Money in the Bank cash in.
I don't give a hell what it was.
But no, there ain't no way.
I mean, nothing at all. I mean, she's very unpredictable. I mean, we were I was surprised that she even won a damn match to even face Bianca. So I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, because they wanted all the big women in the Money in the Bank match.
Well, this is a replacement because Rhea got hurt.
That's true too.
And then on top of that, she submitted Becky. So
well, and Carmella's came out very much and said that she isn't just to be kind of looked at as just a replacement. She is still a former women's champion, former women's Money in the Bank holder.
James Ellsworth.
She's not just a jobber. But granted, with that being said, I'm going with Bianca because she already had the whole back and forth with Becky and just kind of got the title back. I know it's been a couple months and all that, but still, it still feels fairly recent. So I think they keep it on her versus hot shotting it to Carmella.
I mean, they could give it to Bianca again and then just set up Rhea versus her at SummerSlam, but I mean, that's a waste of a match at that point.
Yeah, this is a throwaway match for me. I think Belair wins it. It's not much of a contest. They won't even really be in jeopardy. And then actually, Raleigh here says, I think Lacey maybe women, Seth, and in Money in the Bank. Oh, sorry, completely off topic.
Yeah, the Money in
we'll
the
get
Bank
back to that. But yeah, I got Bianca for sure.
So yeah. Then we got Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, SmackDown Women's Championship match.
CJ, what do you got?
I say Ronda, but I do really like what Natalya is doing. Like when she came out with the stroller and everything, it brought me good.
Easily Ronda Rousey. Now that's an easy match to book.
Ronda's easy.
Ronda Rousey wins. Ronda versus Charlotte at SummerSlam.
Charlotte, eh?
Or Bayley if she returns.
What if Bayley returns to Money in the Bank?
Bayley ain't come back to the damn Royal Rumble.
Well, who knows?
Man, she ain't never gonna come back at this point.
Oh,
she was released along with Sasha there. That's how long they're waiting on that. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Ricky has a good point here. A pretty cool call out as far as what they could do for Lacey and this whole Money in the Bank situation.
You want a good pop? Have Lacey Evans win Money in the Bank and have her win the title on Raw on the 4th of July.
That's corny as hell, though.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, she did it on the 4th of July. Former Marine.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
America, and then just
All right,
run
America.
flag and eagle as fireworks shoot out her ass from behind. Like,
yeah, and then America, and then a week later she loses it to like Bianca again. Oh no.
Right. Shit, garbage, man.
Did we all say our predictions for that one?
Yes, Ronda wins, even though
Yeah,
she
Ronda
sucked.
wins. Unanimous decision. Next, we have
Very proud of you.
undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match: Usos and Street Profits. I think that's easy too.
Ooh.
I'm going Usos for that.
wait, what you say, CJ?
Street Profits.
Usos.
Usos, definitely. But you can still have that 4th of July pop. But still, it's only going to be one night. And then what's the long one? Nothing. You know,
Need
won't-
long-term booking.
you got to think about the long-term booking.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if because she can't even win. Nah.
Well, and so do you think one of the Money in the Bank championship briefcases gets cashed in that night? Because normally
Yeah.
at least one of them gets cashed in fairly quickly.
Normally, the women's one get cashed in on the same night. So
It's happened. I could see it happening. I mean, I don't see Ronda losing the belt, so it could be no, because all depends on timing. I mean, if I don't see Ronda giving up that belt anytime soon, but then again, I don't see Belair giving up her belt anytime soon. So I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's not. I don't know if it's too much confusion to generate any excitement.
Yeah, I'm not excited about this pay-per-view at all. They already screwed up by dropping the venue down, so I'm nowhere near interested at all. Nowhere near interested.
yeah, I mean, this card isn't really the best. So what did we say for? Oh yeah, CJ, you said Street Profits. I said Usos. KJ, what did you say?
Us. You
Us.
can't take the belt off him right now.
Yeah, okay. Now we're at.
I mean, they've been taking all L's. So that's what. Well, I mean, since they've been taking singular L's, I mean, I'm sure Usos are most likely going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Usos are definitely going to win because they want the bloodline.
I just want them
Again,
to split the belts back up.
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
we
me too.
actually unify it, but now I'm asking to ununify that shit because it's like we have too much. I mean, we don't have too many, but we have Viking Raiders. If Viking Raiders go against the Usos and the Usos beat the Viking Raiders, you just killed their legacy again.
Yeah.
Next, we have United States Championship match: Theory versus Bobby Lashley.
Whew.
Bobby.
Wow.
I want it to be Bobby, but they could try Theory and Cena. So,
But why would if we do Cena in Theory, is Cena gonna take the L to Theory and pass the torch that quick?
Based on his speech the other night, quite possible.
Shit, trash, man. I swear to God, they better not do
but
that.
yeah, I definitely want Bobby Lashley to be United States champion again. I'm actually getting kind of sick of Austin Theory.
Yes, I think we all are.
I would say Bobby wins, then Bobby versus Omos again.
Oh my god, don't.
Why not, man? Why
Bobby and
That is
MVP.
worse.
not? Man, they got a book like WWE, man. Shit, anything is possible.
Oh, don't do that.
No, I think you can go Theory by DQ. That's a possibility.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
count out or some shit. I can definitely see that.
Oh, I think CJ, do you agree with that comment?
Yeah, she doesn't draw as a champion at all. Not
I
one
thought you
bit.
were gonna be like, no.
No, fuck no. I never
Like,
liked
no.
Ronda in WWE. Ever since she came here, she was cool. She should have signed a contract like a celebrity should have signed a contract. I'm
Like
going to
Logan
come here for a
Paul.
couple of shows. I'm never going to have the strap. I'll make these special appearances. She should have been a lackey to Shayna Baszler at that. Honestly.
Oh shit.
Ooh, yeah, it could have been a
Why not?
manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, why not? I mean, you're Ronda Rousey. You don't need this. Now you're in WWE. You had a baby. She shitted on WWE so bad. So I'm
She
surprised they
did.
let her back. I mean, she was on Google answering questions talking about, yeah, this shit is fake, this and that. I'm never gonna come back here. All the fans are ungrateful, this and that. I'm just like, well, fuck. Like,
Yeah, and then she comes back because she needs money.
I highly
Wow.
doubt she needed money.
Well, I highly doubt she
Wow.
needed it, but she wanted it, definitely. I
Right,
don't think she
yeah.
needed it. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct
Oh, yeah,
wording.
so
Next, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch.
Liv Morgan.
Oh fuck! Really?
I'm going
they
Becky.
They owe her. We owe her.
You owe Liv, eh?
Yeah, man. You can't hype Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan had the greatest career last year. She was like, if you speak about hype wise, she was hype as shit. Like, she was supposed to win this. WWE was booking her to win this and that, but they never pulled the trigger. So why not pull the trigger now? This is a perfect time. I don't want to see Becky with a strap ever again. I'm tired of her ass. She needs to go home and be a mother. I don't want to see it at all.
Damn.
Like, do you really want to see Lady Gaga on TV 24/7?
No, I don't want to.
No.
I like Becky so much, but I'm so sick of Becky Belair, Becky Asuka Belair, Becky someone else Belair.
Right. So why not go ahead and give the shot? Well, give the thing to Liv. She ain't got to win.
Yeah, they could give her the briefcase, but I mean, I definitely would see them going for Becky Lynch just so they can do the whole. Hey, that's the one thing she hasn't done yet.
Trash. Man.
What if Becky wins it but goes after Ronda? Or are they not all together?
No clue.
I'd be all right with that a little bit, but I just don't want to see her on TV. I'm tired of it. It's missionary, bro.
Get her off my screen.
Seriously. We don't want to see it no more. At all.
They've run that right into the ground, and it's really made you not care about good, talented people, which is unfortunate. Who else is in that match? Is it
it's Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss.
Do anybody think Lacey's got a shot?
No. Alexa has a decent shot.
Nobody picking Alexa?
I don't think so.
You're picking Asuka.
You're picking Asuka. Yeah, Asuka's in it.
It depends. I'll let you know after tomorrow. If Wyatt 6 comes back tomorrow, then Alexa's gonna win that damn thing. That's it.
Because there's no chance Shotzi's winning that, and there's no way Raquel is. So
fuck, I forgot about Raquel.
Yeah, I forgot Raquel existed.
But the whole thing is this, unfortunately, with all these injuries and a lot of stories that's been going on, even the Sasha and MJF thing, you really can't even say, oh, I think this may happen or I know this is going to happen anymore, because we really don't know. Like, Carmella just won this the 6-woman thing. Nope, we didn't put her in there. We thought Becky was going to win that match, no doubt, but she lost. And then it's like the same thing with AEW pay-per-view. We thought that well, at least I ain't gonna say I know I thought that what match was that? It was some match over there. We thought I thought the damn underdogs was gonna lose, but they fucking won the whole match. So I gotta remember what match it was. But it was a Jericho match, the Jericho shit. I thought Jericho was gonna lose it because he was an older guy and they was gonna cut his fucking hair off. But wow, he won the match.
He won, and then Ortiz got his.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
So Nick, you have Nakamura. Will, who did you pick?
What?
Nakamura?
What?
Asuka, son of a
What
bitch.
type of racist shit was that?
Just so like, all right.
Nakamura ain't there.
Nakamura will win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Surprise me.
I had Becky.
Asuka for Nick.
Asuka for Nick. And KJ, what did you say?
I didn't. I was just listening to everyone else, seeing if anyone gave me a good idea.
Liv Morgan.
Shit. I mean, is it Liv Morgan's time? I have a feeling it's going to be Becky.
Yeah, I think they're just going to shove her down our throats again. I don't know.
Liv and Bliss is a tag team?
They could try that, but I don't want to see it.
Didn't
They teamed a little bit, but I don't think it will be long term, and I don't want it to be.
Right.
I think that would be so boring and would just die out so quick, like Rhea and Liv.
will it be wasting two characters? Honestly, I feel
Exactly.
like there's potential for Liv. You have a lot of potential, obviously, with Alexa. Jesus,
Alexis.
but so if you put the two of them together in a tag team, they kind of both lose out of that. It's not like they both gain anything from that.
Yeah. So there we go. We said all our predictions for the women's.
Men's.
We got Seth freaking Rollins, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, and someone else who is yet to be named.
Who is it?
Yeah, it could be Corbin or Nakamura, because it has to be a SmackDown guy. So
Is that their best bet? Could it be Wyndham?
no,
If it is Wyndham, then holy shit! Obviously, we know who's winning that match.
Would that make him the sixth man in the match?
Oh, Ricky says Brock Lesnar. Remember last time there was a mystery guy and Brock Lesnar came right over and won a goddamn Money in the Bank match?
He already has the championship match with Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but that could be a way to be like, haha, now he has a reason to have a title match. Screw you guys.
That's putting a hat on a hat. That's no.
It's putting a hat on a pig. It's still a pig.
Wait, who's the pig?
Brock Lesnar. He's gonna put a hat on a pig. Brock Lesnar's the pig. The Money in the Bank briefcase is the hat. But you're still gonna have the pig, aka Brock Lesnar, facing Roman Reigns for the title.
What the hell?
I know it's a weird
gonna be
thing.
Cena.
Well,
what?
what if it's Cena? The sixth man.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's going to be Cena. It's going to be Cena."
Well, let me. Oh shit, never mind. That's not even. I hate that they're booking SummerSlam while they got Money in the Bank coming up. It's very-
Exactly.
shit
Because we
dumb.
got Pat McAfee and Happy Corbin going on at SummerSlam. We have
I was just
Logan
about
Paul
to
in
say,
the
you
Miz.
can have Baron Corbin in the Money in the Bank because he got a match, but not this one.
Ah,
Yeah, because I could see Happy Corbin being in this, but he's not going to win. Now, who do we think is going to win this whole damn thing? I'm going Rollins.
I'll go Rollins also.
Woo!
Yeah, I'll go with Rollins.
I think it would have been Rhodes, but since he's hurt, Rollins is best bet.
I still got Rhodes.
Yeah, he's gonna come out with a torn pec. Yeah, okay.
One arm it and then go
One
back
arm
to
it.
Like shimmy, like a salmon climbing the the waterfall.
He'll have
I
a
say
chance to
it's
main
Drew
event WrestleMania.
McIntyre,
Drew McIntyre.
and he's gonna cash in for Clash
No.
of the Castle.
Impossible. That's. I'm sorry, but that's about damn near the stupidest. If WWE books it, that would be very stupid because you
But
already
it's
got
WWE.
him, but you already got him fighting him at Clash of the Castle. So why would
That's
you?
the backstage report that's not been an actual announced match.
It's WWE. We know it,
It's obviously going to be McIntyre because it's in like Wales,
That's-
is it? Like it's
right? I mean,
Right, that's the
but
point
why-
that I'm
it's a
making.
given.
but why would you take an opportunity away from somebody else that can get that match is already booked? We already know
Because
it's
it's
going to happen.
WWE.
Like have
Yeah.
Rollins do it.
Right.
That
So
way-
why not
that's
have
two titles
Rollins?
at Clash of the
that-
Castle.
That pay per view is. We got at least 2 or 3 more pay per views before Wales.
Like
Yes.
We still got
one-
August. We got July. We got SummerSlam. We got an August pay per view, and then we got November's, and then we got September, which is Wales, right? So we got like 2
Yeah.
more months. So why would you give it to Drew, have him wait, and then cash in? That'll be the dumbest shit ever. I'm Drew. I'm gonna win at Money in the Bank. I'm gonna keep it around. I'm gonna wait till after SummerSlam. But hey, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, I'm gonna challenge you at Wales. But what you gonna do on August pay per view?
guys.
Because it's WWE and it's something they would
Yeah.
do. That's why I think that's what's going to happen.
Guys, what if the sixth man is Butch?
Fuck off.
You're
Why? It doesn't even make sense. I mean, you're already got
running
Sheamus in
around
it.
beating the hell out of everybody. You're just jumping on shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sheamus is why I think Drew McIntyre won't win Money in the Bank. I think they'll use Sheamus to fuck up Drew's chance, and they'll still hate each other, and maybe they wrestle at SummerSlam. I think the mystery person, whoever it is going to win. Question becomes, who is the mystery person?
Well, the thing is also, do we have anybody in the ring Shit, they could put Kofi Kingston in the spot again. We don't have anybody that can move like him in that match, do we? We have all big guys, right?
We have mostly all big guys are like decent.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna put somebody. I know for a fact it ain't gonna be Wyndham most likely, and it ain't. I hope it ain't Baron Corbin. So we probably will get somebody, some little ass guy that's gonna go through the table spot for them.
What if it's Rey Mysterio?
Oh shit, I forgot about Riddle. Shit, so Riddle could take this whole thing, honestly. But the whole thing is this: has been a report Riddle and Seth Rollins is about to feud also. So I mean, I doubt that he'll win that. I mean, like I said, if you book Drew to win, it's kind of be prolonging it. We need a story behind it. Okay, Drew wins Money in the Bank. We got SummerSlam for Drew and Brock. Is Drew going to come out and say, okay, this is what's going to happen? I'm going to challenge you at this pay-per-view because is Roman going to take off August?
Sami Zayn's in this.
Sami lost his opportunity.
Did he?
Yeah, didn't he fight already?
No, he fought Shinsuke and won, so he's in the match.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking you're talking about the last person to get in. My bad. That's what you're talking about. That's how you know I don't watch that shit show. That's crazy. No,
Sami would be interesting.
That shit.
I think Sami would be interesting in the sense of, and I said it, I think last night or on NXT, I can't remember which one, but to me, I think it would be really cool to have Sami win it. He's all buddy with like the bloodline, and then it becomes this thing of like, give us the contract, and he's like, whether or not he's got to debate whether or not to do it. I thought it'd be cool if they swerved him and he gives him like a fake Money in the Bank and he has the real one, but they're never going to let Sami cash in on Roman, so that kind of seems pointless.
Who knows?
What if they go through with the whole storyline of he's got it to protect Roman, and he tries to like keep weaseling his way to be an official member of the bloodline, this, that, and the other, and then it becomes to where Sammy's the one that ends up cashing it in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because definitely not going to be Omos.
I got a feeling it's fucking Riddle.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking. I think that Riddle
better
take
fucking
it.
not. I'm so sick of Riddle. I am.
Yeah, there's a chance. Sami 100%. I don't know, folks.
It could be Sami. But yeah, I got Rollins. I think Rollins would be the most logistic person or the most logical person.
There you go.
I want to lock in with Rollins, but I'm a switch it over to Riddle for sure.
Man,
Riddle.
Riddle. Yeah.
Nick, who did you pick?
Drew.
KJ.
I picked Riddle as well.
Damn.
Actually, I picked Riddle first and then talked CJ into it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
No, I forgot he was even in a damn match. That's my whole thing. I forgot. So
yeah, I didn't even realize Riddle was in the match until like a couple nights ago, and then I was like, "Wait, why is he in it?"
But hey, if Bray Wyatt comes out as a 6-member, or if John Cena comes out, I'm switching to that 6-man. It depends on who it is.
Yeah, it depends on who it is. Definitely. If it's something Cody Rhodes, we all know who's winning.
If Cody comes back, I would be pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
It could be either Lesnar or Cody.
Nah, I hope they don't do. That's what I'm talking about. If they book Lesnar to get in there, that's stupid as fuck. We already got the match. The match is literally booked. It's booked.
Yes.
So why would you waste? I don't know, but like you said, it's WWE. They probably will waste an opportunity just because they can do what they want to do.
Just because.
That should be goofy as hell.
Well, speaking of that, is there any chance, like, we get SummerSlam, it's Brock, Roman. Is there a chance that you're taking that belt off him?
No.
At least one of them.
Maybe one of them. Both of them, hell no.
Can Brock lose again?
Yeah. I think he definitely
is a stopgap just to get some good attention and some good publicity. I think if Roman loses to Brock now, then it either A, continues the feud, or it B, hurts Roman. It doesn't benefit Brock that much.
True.
I think this is literally just to get attention and to get buys.
Yeah. If Roman loses, I would say Roman loses is kind of, you're going to shit you just shitted his whole gimmick down. You got one more pay-per-view after SummerSlam before you get to Wales. So why would I have him lose at SummerSlam, win it back at the August pay-per-view, and then face Drew at the big event? Or going to the next point, what happens if Drew does win? But what happens if Drew doesn't challenge for both titles? Can he even challenge for one title? That's another possibility, but I don't see why not split the damn titles up and just have both belts on the damn line.
Yeah, that's why I hope Seth like wins, cashes in at SummerSlam, and at least takes one of them.
I don't know. That's a stretch. I mean, I think Roman potentially will have these belts all the way till next WrestleMania. So the only time to tell on that one. Yeah, man. But what do you do with Brock if he just keeps coming back to lose to Roman? Like, should you not bring Brock back and maybe pick a fight with somebody else?
Yeah,
they should have had him versus Bobby Lashley again.
You think?
Yeah.
Or do him versus Seth. Or if anything, with Cena coming back, do Cena versus Roman again instead of doing Brock versus Roman again. I feel like Cena versus Roman a second or I think maybe third time would be, I think, received a lot better than Roman versus Brock for the fifth, sixth time.
Yeah, I mean, without the same conclusion. That's why I think Seth. I mean, CJ, you've been on the record several times that you know Seth is a top guy, and you feel like he's one of the only people that can knock off Roman outside of I guess someone like Brock, Drew.
I fucking hate Drew. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't like him because of that whole shit. The pandemic era, that title run was okay. He led it or whatever, but that shit was dragged out too much after the fact. He was on TV way too damn much, and it was pissing me off. So I'm not a fan of Drew at all, and I never will be again, unfortunately. Now, Nick, that's not me saying that I'm shooting at your shit just because I don't like him. I just don't like the fact that he'll win it because it's pointless booking at that point. That's how I feel about that when it comes down to Money in the Bank. That shit would be dumb as fuck. I don't even know how would you even book this shit. Going to Ricky's point though, splitting damn titles up. That's the only logical way to do this shit. Split the shit up. Go ahead and drop the black belt. Who gives a shit about that? I'm a 600 or I don't know if he's 800 at this point in time champion with the goddamn Universal. So fuck the black belt. I mean, I don't need it. I'm restarting. I don't need it no more. I'm not gonna keep chasing after a title. Drop the shit. Keep it pushing. As simple as that. Because Brock is signed with WWE to 2023. So I mean, if we're gonna see Brock versus Roman again at Mania. That shit is dumb.
You can't.
Don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Any chance that Gable Stevenson's almost ready?
No, he's going back.
Oh, that's right. He took another lap.
Crazy.
They're hurting for
no reason. Yeah,
hurting. If Ronda blows through Natty, who do you think who's in line? It would have to be somebody.
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair.
It would have to be Charlotte. Yeah.
Are you not sick of that rivalry?
Because I think if Charlotte beats Ronda Rousey, she's tied for 16 world title reigns.
God damn!
Like already.
Shit.
What?
Oh, damn title reigns.
Yeah, she might have 16 title reigns if she beats Ronda Rousey. Now, I don't know if that's counting the NXT Women's title, those two reigns, or if it's not. But if it is,
they won't count 15. Those.
Yeah, they won't count those.
Yeah, because those aren't world.
Yeah,
world
so they're
class,
gonna.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so they're gonna want to make Charlotte Flair more and more champions. And fuck, I hate her.
All right.
I hope Bayley does come back soon, but like I don't predict her to come back until Royal Rumble. But I mean, if she comes back before then, I'm all for it because I'd much rather see Bayley versus Ronda or Bayley versus Bianca or Carmella for the belt rather than seeing Charlotte on another title run. But I mean, what's her name? What the fuck is it? Ronda Rousey. She's just so boring. It's like somebody needs to
deal. She doesn't work
Ronda?
as a babyface. Yeah.
Is she a babyface now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
She looks like someone that's trying to be nice, but really, really wants to eat everyone's face.
But when you say that she works better as a heel, how? Because I mean, when she was talking, she sounds shit to me. She needs a heater big time. Like they need to bring in like an
But
old
she at
guy.
least works as being the legit badass of like, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna take your arm.
Okay.
Like you see her going the back and forth like what she did with Becky before the match at Mania, and what she's doing now with Natty. She works better as being that little bitchy badass versus everybody just smile. Aren't I such a great mother? Like, cool.
Raquel
So you think
Rodriguez.
Bayley's gonna come back and win the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble?
Shit, she got to come back before then, man.
Yeah, it's been way too
TJ
long.
said that he thought she was gonna come back at the Royal Rumble.
What are they gonna? Would they amputate her leg? What the fuck?
I mean, but you don't have no room for her on it right now. You don't. You simply don't. I mean, think WWE is currently booked. They're currently pushing Asuka and Bianca and Bayley. I mean, and Becky. On the other brand, they're pushing Ronda, and they're pushing Raquel,
A little bit.
And Natalia also. So what room? What more room does she have to come back right now? Unless they bring back the tag belts and and mid card them easily like that, but
no.
Yeah, but she just goes to the top of the pile and you push the other ones down. Like, who cares about Raquel right now? I know they're kind of pushing her a little, but they get knocked back down for someone like Bayley. For in my booking, if I was in charge, come on back, Bayley, let's go.
Yeah, but I mean, I was brought up yesterday too, or yesterday I think so. Bayley, she was on Twitter. She's teasing that she will be back in Money in the Bank.
Yes,
but that's the whole thing. Since she's teasing it, she ain't coming back right now. I don't see her coming back right now. Maybe she'll come back. Let's say Bianca wins.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when she comes back.
Or like walks out on the wall.
Yeah, or when Ronda wins, maybe that's when she comes back. Or maybe we see Charlotte again. And I keep saying Charlotte because she's been gone. Her husband is already back on TV. She's just taking her little break because she needs to find room. And this is a perfect time to come back. Natalia and her situation is done. Okay, Charlotte Flair, we got SummerSlam coming up. We need buys. Put me in.
Tag me in, coach.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think with Ronda, like I call her Ronda Drowsy. She drives me nuts. Like, and a lot of people just go crazy. It's Ronda, but I don't like her. I don't like her personality. I don't like how she performs. I don't think she's a good wrestler. I don't think she's trying half the time.
No.
And if she is, are you sure wrestling's your thing? But that being said, for me, you have a built-in situation right there in front of you which solves this problem with Ronda. You make Ronda, and you can team her up with Shayna as well. But then you have somebody like Sonya Deville, who's shown she's a good heel. She can talk. You make her kind of the annoying figurehead between those two. Ronda's already got the strap on her shoulder. And now you have a nice little female faction at the top of the division that delivers well. Ronda gets quiet. She doesn't have to talk. Every once in a while, she goes, yeah, get him. And that's it. That's all you need. My take on it.
Wyatt 6.
Wyatt 6. So then Wyatt wins Money in the Bank and what?
We finally get the rematch of Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns.
That would be sick.
Oh shit! I forgot what is that pay-per-view that they got in Saudi Arabia?
Crown
Jewel.
When is that? In November or is that?
I think that's November.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, well, damn, that's their thing right there. Then, I thought that was gonna be the August pay-per-view, but never mind.
No.
August pay-per-view is gonna probably be something like Payback or something.
They still do Payback?
They still do Payback.
Oh, I thought that was Backlash shit. So that's what that was for.
No, Backlash is like always after WrestleMania.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
Impact's kicking on in the back here. Just to let you know, Power Ranger. If anyone was wondering, you do have Honor No More represented by Vincent and PCO against the Good Brothers. But yeah, no, Impact. Impact's Impact, but we will be here tomorrow for Impact, so don't forget that. The topic that was bouncing around Twitter: Cody as an authority figure. Cody's hurt; he's out for 9 months. Cody shows up and says, Vince picked me to run this show. He doesn't like Stephanie. He doesn't like Triple H. This is mine.
No.
What?
Who thought of this?
Right.
That's what the internet said. I didn't
The
make it
The
fuck?
up.
internet's dumb.
But you going to see him come in and be Mr. EVP?
No.
Start booking matches?
No, he needs to go to the EXIT.
Stage
He
left?
needs to go HOME.
I think he's already there.
Yeah, so don't bring him back as an authority figure.
That's one thing WWE books real well. Authority figures, not.
Adam
that's what-
Pearce is just there.
Well, that's what I mean. Cody would be better than Adam, no?
Well, yeah, he would be, but no one wants to see that.
No. Wyatt
No.
wins Money in the Bank and goes to cash in, but loses to Roman, and then you have him 3 months later. You'll have him chasing 24/7.
No,
No,
they would never have him do that.
Oh Jesus, hell no.
you
No,
can't.
you'll have everyone being pissed if he chases that title.
I don't even. That's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I hate booking Bray Wyatt because it's like every opportunity seems like it's a perfect opportunity, but it's never the perfect opportunity.
Good job, Tom. No, I mean you definitely have. I mean that's the tough part because if he's going to go after Roman, he's got to beat him, or else he looks weak. So if he does come back, you got to put him in angles where it makes sense and he can get wins and he can get over. If he has that Money in the Bank and he cashes it in, and then Roman dusts him, or he doesn't walk away with that belt, we're all like, "Fuck, the new Bray sucks too." What about Jeff Jarrett as an authority figure for the older folks on the screen? No.
They don't need more authority figures.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
Why not though? Why not? Why wouldn't you have authority figures on the show that
They already do.
Right? They suck ass.
No,
Yeah,
like
they already do.
Like guys that come out like a Bischoff or a Regal and talk and have bollocks
because
Yeah,
they
like-
can't book it right.
So you don't think that they had when they was doing the whole authority era? You don't think that was booked right at all?
Not really.
What? I think that was some of the greatest shit that they had in
Don't
recent
watch the
WWE.
WCW, ECW invasion.
I
angle and
don't.
think
I
that
can't.
was
But
booked right.
you can't compare it to that shit anymore. That shit is back in the day. That's why they call it eras. That was a WCW era. That was an Attitude era. That was a Authority era. And now we're in a what's this, a PG era or some shit. You can't keep comparing it to back in the day. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm the type of fan. I ain't gonna look at that shit because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant as hell. It was different people back in the day. Unfortunately, what can they do with these type of talents they got now? We got Theory on TV. What can I do with them? I can't keep on saying, okay, I'm gonna make him my John Cena. I gotta make him an actual Theory or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I mean, if you have an authority figure, it's a good introduction in any storyline if you do it properly. Even when I'd be all for it. Bring Mick Foley back and let him do it again. I don't give a shit. You had guys that come in and help sway a storyline, or if you have an evil authority figure, which I think I'm sick and tired of seeing a bad guy. But again, you have heroes climbing that ladder, and if you have this, that's what made without the authority, Daniel Bryan doesn't get over the way he did. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
You need that counter, that counter to such a big hero. He's got to overcome something. So the authority shit all over him for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we had Kurt Angle be on TV for once. I mean, he brought a fucking TNA to Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn. So I mean, like, it's like some stuff like that. And when I say authority figure, I'm not saying like bring out the whole shebang. I'm talking about bring out people that's like William Regal type style. Like I want to see another guy like him come out on TV, make these matches, announce big matches and stuff. Him saying War Games is the biggest thing that he's the crowd we're looking for. So why can't we have somebody else on here talking about, okay, cool, we're gonna have a steel cage match or a Hell in a Cell match, this and that, announce these matches, and instead of having it, instead of having Jimmy Smith or whatever the hell his name is on commentary say the same matches or something like that. Like, I just want to see somebody other than this guy. So why not? What the fuck is going on?
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for something. I mean, anything that kind of fluffs up the situation. So
Yeah.
And something to counteract. Like if it's just again, a lot of times it's just these wrestlers. I liked when the wrestlers have, like, even they do it on Impact. Impact's a good example. You got Scott D'Amore, and the wrestlers have beef, and they have to go to Scott and be like, Scott, I want to fight him, right? Where in the WWE, they're like, dude, you want to fight? They're doing nothing after the commercial. Stay, we'll scrap. And every once in a while, we'll get Pierce come out and make like a bigger match. But generally, it's just like, oh shit, during the break, Pierce and DeVille have now made this a tag team match. Let's go. And you know, it's kind of funny, like they had nothing else planned all night long. So,
right.
I mean, a legitimate authority figure that kind of like a Regal was nice in NXT, something like that.
Fire. That's all I can say. Fire. Scrap Daddy AP ain't making a cut for me right now. He's always on his damn phone, boring as hell. I mean, even to Ricky's point, you bring an authority figure on TV, they can't be face. They can't be face.
It's hard to do. I mean, like, again, you'll have it for a little bit, like Austin was for a little bit.
Mick Foley.
You know, so it can be done. You just need the right guy, but it's better as a heel usually.
Teddy Long is one of the people I think that he was out. He was okay doing it. He was okay. And the reason why I say he was okay is because he had a gimmick when he came out. Like, people were looking forward to that damn bounce that he was doing. So, I mean, I think that's probably why his thing worked. But Kane, he was a shit figure. Corbin was a shit figure. The best figure to me that came out was literally the Authority of themselves, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Yep.
Them two made the show. They made that era perfect for me personally.
Well, and again, you had an opportunity there where you have, you know, Triple H and you have Stephanie, and then you're going against the Shield, and everybody loved the Shield, and then they got Seth to turn, and yeah, I mean, at least that shit was compelling through some of it.
Yeah. It just kept me interested pretty much. I mean, like you said, without that group, Seth Rollins probably wouldn't be big for a solo run at all. Same with Daniel Bryan and a couple other guys that, you know, they've helped out. I mean, I think that really, you know, launched that career. I mean, I don't know who else could have done the same thing for him. Triple H is another goddamn guy that helped out a lot. I mean, look at the damn he helped Kevin Owens be the damn Universal Champion. So, I mean, without people like that, I mean, shit. Probably still being WWE.
Right.
Crawling for work.
Shawn Michaels as commissioner.
Commissioner Michaels.
He's got to come out to a different song as Commissioner Michaels.
Right. The commissioner.
I don't know.
I know you hate me.
Yeah, right? I don't know
like
if Shawn's looked in that mirror in a while, but he's not that sexy boy he once was.
Right.
At least in his head. Nick, you got anybody for GM? Or you just don't really want a fucking GM anymore?
I'm kind of good.
Right. What do we think of Blood and Guts? Do you guys recall? I mean, I gave it an 8. I think CJ, did you give it an 8 as well?
Yeah, I gave it an 8 yesterday. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nick, what was your call on it?
I think I gave it a 10 just because of the Blood and Guts match itself.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, it's hit pretty good reviews from what I've heard. I mean, some of the detractors, of course, was like, oh, that was clearly a crash pad for Sammy. All right, you jump off the fucking cage then. I didn't like the whole throw off the cage because it definitely looked like a stunt fall. Like, I'm going to pretend to push you. You got to chuck him like Mick Foley. Put him in the 4th row. Let's go.
Ricky says AEW needs a GM, and KJ, I know you remember me saying that shit. I know you remember me saying that. They need something. And I thought Tony Schiavone was gonna be the GM, but he came out in something totally different.
Yeah, I don't like Tony, but you got Regal there now. I think Taz would be fucking awesome. I think if Taz was in charge of the show,
Taz would be like Teddy Long.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think he'd be like a hard ass. I think he could probably get over pretty well with a lot of that.
The same guy that sings Ruby's theme on Dark on commentary is the guy that's going to be a hard ass.
Right? He was a hard ass once upon a time.
Yeah, was. He's way past that.
Listen, if I honestly, and people are going to be like, you're fucking crazy. I think it would just be entertaining and like a ode to a near and dear person in the wrestling world. I'd let good old JR be the figurehead for like, take him off commentary, because he's clearly not feeling the best and clearly doesn't like everything. But if he was the guy that just came out and said, God damn it, you're gonna listen. I'm tired of you fighting. Tag team, let's go. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And it wouldn't be long, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. I mean, I think JR is getting to that point of his career where, just stay in the back and his health's not the best. His age is getting up there. And I mean, he's still my favorite because he tells you what he's thinking. Like subliminally, he'll tell you like, this sucks, but he'll say it differently. And you're like, JR doesn't like this at all.
He'll say the politest, go fuck yourself.
But yeah, no, I mean, and then now you talk like he's moving over to Rampage, exclusively to Rampage, is what I understand. JR.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense because they can go back in and edit, some shit that he says wrong, like WWE Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that help him out.
I don't like Excalibur. That's my problem.
I'm surprised they let him back. So. But who would you replace him with? Because I mean, they're not going to replace him with Mark Henry or Big Show.
No, Big Show's fucking the Big Show clips are amazing.
Mauro Ranallo.
What's that? Mauro?
Replace Excalibur. Replace him with Mauro.
Holy shit! I'm down for that. Good old Canadian roots on that guy, or Canadian connection on him anyway. And
well, you still get the knowing of all the Japanese moves and all the wrestling history. But you get a bit more of the legitimacy because he used to do Bellator. He was in WWE. He doesn't have a fucking mask on his face the whole time. Like he's about to just hop off commentary and run in the ring. So that's what I would go with.
Mauro probably wouldn't even go for it, unfortunately, just because of that's why I think that's why he left WWE is because of that damn schedule.
No, I know because of bullying from JBL.
Yeah, apparently. JBL pushed him out of the company.
Fucking crazy.
But didn't they get rid of JBL and he ended up leaving anyway? He was just saying, fuck it. But we also know that, and Mauro's been on the record. He did that documentary, the Bipolar Rock and Roller.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? So, and it can't be easy as a grown-ass man being bullied by another grown-ass man. Like, period. Right. So, but yeah, AEW doesn't really have that bully policy. So, I think he would be a great choice, actually, Nick.
And he recently commentated for some wrestling too at Post WWE, didn't he? Didn't he do was it a TNA event? Or was it? Or it may have. He may have did AEW, honestly, but I do remember they had a big show where he was like, "Okay, I'm going to be here commentating this one time or something like that." So I just forgot where the hell did he do it at, but
could have been MMA. He could have been back in Bellator. I'm sure he's done.
He is back in Bellator.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you thought you saw him on a wrestling show, though, eh?
Right. I forgot what show that was.
Mm-hmm. The ending of that match. How did you guys feel about the ending of the match? Obviously, Santana was out. It looked like Eddie threw out his back. Not quite sure the ending went exactly as thought, but Nick, you did predict this one.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't say much more than that. I may not have predicted the exact way, but yeah, to your point too, like it was scary to see Santana come in and hit one move, and then he's just on the side of the ring pretty much the entire match. I think somebody said he might have gotten help out of the cage, and then Eddie too, to where he literally, I think CJ pointed out, he was mouthing, "I can't stand up." That was scary to see.
Yeah. Oh, well, watching the replay, you see him like he throws Sammy and he's standing there, and then all of a sudden you see, when you get that spasm and you see him kind of, and like throw his hands, and look like the Robax puppet, just, And, do you guys have that? Maybe.
Yeah. Mauro, he did. He was on Impact. He just did a special match on TV for Impact Rebellion. So it was Impact World Champ Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
man.
Versus title main event. What? That doesn't make no sense, but okay. Yeah. So he just did that little crap show. Shit. Big Show's GM. I don't know about that one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That would be like somehow like Jericho
Crazy.
like takes over Dynamite. Yeah, I mean that I don't think I'm the biggest Jericho fan anymore. He would pull that off well.
You stupid son of a bitch! You know
Right.
what? You're gonna fight me
he's
tonight.
throwing fireballs at everybody, saying I'm a wizard.
Man, seriously, man. Oh, goddamn. Joey Styles. Who the hell is that?
Joey Styles.
ECW commentator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But Joey was good. I mean, Mike Tenay, no. And I don't like Tony on the announce table at all.
Because he's DMD.
Right?
Oh, my goodness.
Interviewer.
He's a little bit of like where, no offense, ladies, but where Renee was when she was on the Raw commentary. If he's just kind of there for like, oh ho ho, hey, look at that. Like he's just there to throw in the little witty comment here or there. He doesn't actually do really much of any commentating.
All right. It's Sting! It's Sting!
Right, that's the most words that he puts together in one sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
Mike today, nah. Any updates on no?
Yeah, we got an update. I mean, he had this MRI today. That's it, and it's just a knee injury right now, but we don't know the severity of it. So, right now, it's legit a knee injury though.
Yeah, no, it was unfortunate and it looked horribly uncomfortable.
Oh, I just got 22 minutes ago. We got some updates.
Okay.
Oh, they talking about he may be kicked out of AEW. They said Santana may be on his way out of AEW. They said that Santana's having a very turbulent ride in the company. He recently got injured while trying to perform at Uranagi on Daniel Garcia. The injury took place during yesterday's show. They said now his knee is in bad shape and he'll just need some time to recover. So we don't know exactly what is broken or what is injured technically, but I mean we do know for a fact it's a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that he just made this. They said Santana is supposed to be temporarily away, but rumor has it that he might be leaving the company altogether soon. So,
well, that's interesting. And I know there's been debates about their booking and their positioning and being stuck with fucking Jericho for their whole AEW career.
Yeah, so that he apparently he tweeted 126 days on Twitter back in April, and people are saying that fits his timeline of his contract expiring. So you just got to figure out, man. Do you think a lot of people in AEW are actually happy with their contracts, though, or even happy being there?
Yes, I think a lot of people are happy being there, unless it's all bullshit. But from what you hear, a lot of people are thrilled to be there. But you're always going to have some people that aren't happy, and I think Santana, if part of the issue with Santana is, not thrilled about how they're booking him, how they're pushing him, he's got a pretty good claim to that, right? But sign me up for Santana Ortiz versus the Usos.
Yeah, I would be down for that for sure, without a damn doubt. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird though. Like people go to AEW tomorrow. Yeah, this is the best company because we get to do this, we get to do that. But Tony's giving you guys creative control over a lot of shit. But what else is behind the door? What is really happening behind the doors is we're getting this. We're getting this creative control, but how is the true morale back there? Because you think about it, all the guys back there are fucking buddy. So let's say, for instance, somebody new comes over there. We don't know shit. But since everybody over here is buddy, they're just keeping their shit to themselves. And now I'm just over here by myself. But when you go to WWE, perhaps I have a lot of more new people there and I can bond with them easier. It's like, is that the case? Perhaps, I don't know where the line draws between that at all. It's too many reports. I'm curious to figure out who can be coming from AEW to WWE next. So
yeah, I'm curious about who's the next one, because there's going to be others. No matter what, there's always going to be people that are like, I'll ride this out. I didn't really like my experience. You know what? Let's see what's up. Let's see if they offer. Let's see if they get involved. But realistically, there will be others. Just who? Could it be MJF?
Nah, not yet.
No.
And whenever MJF comes back, I think he's about to be the biggest attraction. No doubt. No doubt.
And
Ricky, that's crazy.
you know what? It's funny. We didn't bring this up today yet at all. But yeah, who has a snuggly boss? Anybody?
6 feet, sir.
It blows my mind. There's a lot of talk about Tony. Is that a tough spot to put yourself into as the boss? Like, how do you go from hugging a guy and nuzzling into his breast like you're a kitten, and then a couple weeks later be like, now listen here, so and so, we need you to show up on time.
Every time I saw those pictures, all I could hear was, now see, that's the problem with you, Tony, is you got a position in a wrestling company when the only position you should have is behind the guardrail with them. Fire me, you fucking Mark. Fire me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a valid
even better.
Right?
Would you treat me better, Tony, if I was an ex-WWE guy?
Right.
But what if MJF signs a 1-year contract? Well, could you imagine this motherfucker? He signs a 1-year contract with WWE and then comes back afterwards. Get more money. I'm like, bro, okay.
Well, we joked about that with even Cody, right? Like Cody signs a 3-year contract or a 4-year contract, and then he's like, Tony, listen, I'm gonna go hang out with these guys for a little while. And he's like, yeah, sure, we're busy anyway. And he's like, but I'll be back in a few years, and when I come back, I'm gonna be the biggest fucking heel ever.
Yeah, because I'm happy. I'm actually happy that we got Cody now, because I think if Cody was staying over there, he would have been more either off TV personnel or either straight up jobbing like crazy. So I mean, it's a good thing that he's off, away from AEW right now. Even a better thing that his ass is injured, unfortunately. But now we get some more time away from Cody Rhodes. We get time to build up some more things, and when he comes back, we'll know that he'll be ready and glorious. So.
Well, it stops them from sticking them down our throat, and stupendous is the word you were looking for.
Yeah.
Stupendous. I love it when Pat McAfee was saying that shit. The most stupendous show. I'm like, bro.
Thoughts on Chris Harris coming out of retirement to help Honor No More? Nick?
Braden Walker. That's all I have to say.
Right? It's cool. I mean, the biggest surprise for me on that one, Pink Ranger, is that the fact that the Good Brothers are now babyface. The fuck?
I was just excited to see James Storm. I wish he would have actually hung around with his run in NXT and stayed in something. I just want to see him outside of Impact and see what he can do.
Yeah. Real quick,
James Storm versus a Moose.
That's a good one. Actually, I was going to bring that up real quick. Now, for the Impact fans out there, Impact is kind of kicking around as we're talking here, but we are here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. SmackDown is always going to kick off. SmackDown, people show up in droves on Friday. We have so much fun on Friday. So be here for SmackDown, but at the exact same time, we are going to be giving you Against All Odds. That is Impact's, what do you call this? Is this a pay-per-view? Is this just
premium live event, sir?
A premium live event. Interesting, going on 8 o'clock on a Friday night.
Maybe that's a shot across the bow.
You think so? From Impact?
They tried it with the Monday Night War with Russo.
That was a different fucking
Hogan.
Yeah, you don't have Hogan though right now. So, yes. So, good question. And that is exactly what we're doing. We will have Impact Against All Odds, SmackDown. And then we will finish off the night with Rampage. And I guarantee you NXT Level Up will be over before we even get close to finishing up our conversation. So, that's generally how it goes here on a Friday night, and then we're back Saturday for Money in the Bank. Real quick, tomorrow night, for those who don't know, you get Josh Alexander and Joe Doran Impact World Title, Jordan Grace, Tasha Steele Knockouts Championship, Moose versus Sami Callihan in a Raven inspired Clockwork Orange Funhouse match.
Fun
That I would
house.
actually want to watch.
You
Ravens
said
on
wait.
both.
You said it's called a fun house match.
It's a Clockwork Orange match.
House of Fun match. House of Fun match is the correct word on this one.
The Firefly Fun House.
Right? But Ravens on the fucking poster. That's pretty cool by my standards. Honor No More against James Storm, the Good Brothers, America's Most Wanted, the Good Brothers, and who the hell did they just add? Pink Ranger.
Briscoes.
No, they just added. I just saw it and completely blanked on it. And then we get Deonna Purrazzo versus Chelsea Green and Chelsea Green versus Mia Yim and Mickie James tag team match just because they don't like each other. But that's it. That's the show tomorrow. It's going to be a triple header. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good night. A great weekend as always. Happy birthday to Canada. Happy Independence Day to Americans, but we'll get to say that again on Monday. Well,
Canada, Canada. Oh my God, I don't know.
The
I like
remix.
that. Right from the Americans. They played that shit at WrestleMania. I was like, "What the hell am I listening to?" I'm like, "Oh wait, it's fucking Canadian music." I listen call this shit Canadian music.
Yeah, that's the match where they add a side piece to the ring. Yes.
A side cage. What the hell?
You know, it's not your main cage, it's your side cage.
Interesting.
Well, folks, this show's been rolling along. I will remind everybody we are available on Spotify and all the platforms where you get your podcasting pleasures. As always, I want to give a big thank you from Will, who is no longer with us physically.
You said that like he died.
He's not dead.
Any final thoughts on anything you're excited about or anything you're happy about or any funny points you guys want to throw in before we log off?
The John Cena is back, but you guys have not seen him on TV. So
That's it.
That's it.
I don't know where he's gonna go with that.
Nowhere at all,
Yeah.
damn it. John Cena came. We seen him in a backstage. He came out on TV, gave us a retirement speech, and left. That's
Now I
it.
want to watch the clip of Heyman doing it. That's my favorite.
So damn hilarious.
The best shit ever. I wish he would have done it.
Man.
Just the way he was so happy.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Big Nick, what do you got?
I'm all set, dude.
Nick's feeling good. That's it, folks. As always, I'm KJ White. I'm here every night. And until the next time we see you guys tomorrow, tune in. It's going to be a fucking ball. And then Saturday, we'll find out what happens at Money in the Bank. We'll do it live with everyone out there. Don't miss out. Like, subscribe, tell everyone you know. You send us 10 friends and can prove it. I'll give you a t-shirt. Boys, thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you on the flip side.